And I'm here today to talk with Howard. He wants to express his appreciation for Sirius because it allowed his career to be reinvented. And I want to express my appreciation to Howard for taking my dream and making it bigger and better than I could have ever imagined.
So Howard, it's sort of like a mutual admiration going on today.
Total mutual admiration, synergistic. It's two people who have been pioneers in their own area. Howard pioneered talk radio, pioneered mass intimacy. I pioneered satellite technology and allowed satellite technology to reach people in cars. Together, we're a dynamo.
He's got a ton of questions for you. He's been talking about it all week, so...
I'm happy to answer all the questions Howard has. I'm a huge Howard Stern fan, so to me it's an amazing thrill to be able to sit on the couch and talk with Howard and Robin live.
Well, this is pretty fascinating. I was in the halls one day, and I ran into the guy who actually invented satellite radio, and then I wasn't even sure what was going on because he was wearing a dress, and then I found out he's now a woman.
He wasn't in a dress.
Yeah, he was. Sure he was. I was there. What are you talking about?
I saw him that same day.
It was a long skirt. You didn't know what you talked. That's Martine right there. Martine, the first time I met you, weren't you wearing a long skirt, like a skirt?
No.
Robin's right.
Didn't have a beard either.
I didn't say you had a beard.
Robin said, I saw his beard, and it's like, come feel me, Robin.
All right. So I was wrong about the beard. You were wrong about the skirt.
And I don't even know. Do you have titties or not?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I do. Yep.
Oh,
there
okay.
they are.
Nice. Here's a gift for you, Howard.
Thank you, Martine. Martine's a super intelligent person who invented satellite radio, and I kind of had this fascinating discussion and invited her to come in.
She's sticking out her tits.
How big are your tits? But, I mean, you're married, though, right? But you're married to a woman?
Yes, 25 years.
Is this the same woman you've always been married to?
Always been married to.
Let me understand something. So you were a dude.
She's right out there.
You were a dude. You married a woman. Then you say to her, hey, I want to be a woman. And she stays with you.
Yes.
And now what goes on in the bedroom?
A lot of fun.
You sleep in the same bed?
Of course.
Never...
Can't even fit a feather between us.
Really?
You got the vagina, right?
Yeah.
Has a guy ever put it in?
No.
Never?
No.
You don't want it?
No.
You don't want some guy to put his penis in your vagina?
No.
You became a lesbian.
I look at myself as a Bina-sexual. My partner's name is Bina. I love her before. I love her during. I love her now. I love her forever.
She's not frustrated?
No, she's very happy.
Wow, that's complicated stuff, man. But you are a genius.
Did you know that your marriage would survive this?
Yes.
You did?
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
She's got to be a little horny, though.
She's sweet. She's a wonderful person.
How often do you have sex?
I don't
get it.
I don't know if your listeners want to know all that.
I want to know.
Forget that.
I'll drag her in here later. I'll get all the answers. So this is a great story. How did you come to invent? First of all, were you like a super genius kid?
No, just a regular person, Howard. I mean, so many ways. I think actually you and I are similar. You just thought outside the box. You saw where the trends were going. I saw that satellite dishes were going to get smaller and smaller and smaller until they could be flat and fit on top of a car.
Wait a second.
I mean, what kind of grades did you get in school? Were you like into the sciences and all that?
I got good grades in school.
Okay.
What were your SATs?
I aimed to get grades in school that were like ASS.
What's that?
Ass.
Exactly. You get a grade for academics and a grade for work habits and cooperation. So I had bad work habits and horrible cooperation, but I got good grades.
What were your SATs? Were they off the charts?
They were good. They were good.
I'm just trying to establish what kind of genius you were.
I think they were like good enough to get into UCLA.
Like what, 1,300?
Yeah, something like that.
So you weren't super genius. You weren't like a 1,600. Did you ever have an IQ test?
No.
You don't even know what your IQ is?
I have no idea.
No idea. So you're an inventor. You said, hey, I think what I could do is invent small satellites. What did you...
Small satellite dishes. Small satellite dishes that would be so small they could fit on the top of a car.
So how come there's an...
Wow.
You started Sirius Radio. Sirius was the first one, right?
Yes, Sirius was the first one and created the whole satellite service.
And how old were you when you created Sirius? How many years ago?
35.
You were 35, so that's...
Had you invented other things before that?
Yes. Oh. Invented tracking trucks by satellite, invented small satellite dishes for other countries on top of hotels.
Are you a multimillionaire?
Yes.
Oh, you are? And did you become a millionaire from satellite or before that?
Satellite.
From satellite.
Yeah, I started off with nothing.
And how did you get it all together? Give us the story, if you will. You had this dream.
Who were you working for?
The dream actually started with going to satellite conferences where there were a bunch of engineers and saying to them, I have a better idea, I have a different idea, why don't you try to do this?
Okay.
And they would all say that's impossible, that's stupid, satellite dishes are as big as garages, you can't put them on a car.
Okay.
And I said, yes you can, here's how you can do it. And they said, you're stupid, you're an idiot, go somewhere else. And I heard that like 1,000 times.
Were you dressed as a man or as a woman?
As a man.
As a man, okay.
Like I was a tough-talking satellite engineer.
Okay.
Finally, I found a guy, Italian guy, Rene Anselmo, up here in New York, who had a network called Spanish International Network, SIN.
Okay.
And he had been spurned by Intelsat, the big satellite monopoly. They wouldn't carry his service. And I said, Rene, fuck these big satellite companies. You can launch your own satellites, and you can spread Spanish music throughout North America. He said, well, all the bankers say that the Mexicans have no money to pay for satellite. I said, they'll pay. They'll want to hear it. They'll pay anything to hear their own content.
Right.
So Rene backed my first company, PanAmSat, and that company eventually went public.
How much money did he have to put up to back your idea?
About $50 million.
And that's
that's a lot of money.
That's
well,
a lot
back
of
in
money.
the 80s, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Sure. And the fact that he believed in you is amazing. And you started, did you call it Sirius Satellite right away?
The first company was called PanAmSat. So that service was called PanAmSat from the beginning and eventually was bought by Hughes for several $1 billion.
Somebody was trying to explain this to me earlier. Your idea also was that the idea was if there's a satellite up in the sky, if you're driving around in your car, it wouldn't work. So you figured out how to put a pattern, like a figure eight of satellites up in the sky. 3 satellites doing a figure eight. And that made it so you could cover the...
So you could come down over the trees and over the buildings and stuff like that that would otherwise
that's
block
why
your...
that happened.
How'd you figure that out?
It's just constantly thinking about satellites and loving. I love satellites. I love space.
Do you dream about this stuff, or does it come to you at night?
I dream about space. My favorite, documentary was Cosmos by Carl Sagan. He was one of my heroes, and I just dream all the time about we on Earth are just a tiny speck of dust in the giant cosmos, and I love it.
So they put up $50 million. What does he get? 50% of the company, and you get 50% of the company?
He got more like 90%. I got 10%, but that was more than enough money for me to then fund Sirius.
I see. And then what was the difference there? Sirius
had the dishes that were so small that they could fit on top of cars. So then I went up and down the Wall Street trying to get people to invest in the Sirius business plan. I went to the FCC to try to persuade them to approve the Sirius business plan.
Was NAB against it?
NAB hated it. NAB sent every single lobbyist from lawyer. I mean, K Street was emptied because all those, lawyers were in at the FCC.
They were afraid they're still afraid of it. They're afraid of the merger. Are you for the merger?
They said I was the Antichrist.
Wow.
They said that this was unconstitutional, that this was sacrilegious.
Crazy.
They said that the Congress has written localism into the Communications Act, and because satellites aren't local, this is un-American.
So the NAB doesn't care about the consumer. They only care about keeping radio in a non-competitive way. They want the monopoly, not us.
Absolutely.
Right.
It hasn't changed for 2 decades.
Are you going to go to Congress about this merger?
If anyone asked me to, I would say it's the just thing to do because Sirius invented satellite radio. Sirius found the frequencies for satellite radio. The FCC said instead of having one great Sirius satellite radio service, we'll cut it in half and make 2 half-frequency services.
So if you invented Sirius and XM came in late in the game, how the hell did they sort of rise up before Sirius really got started?
Because with Sirius, we have a more advanced technology than XM. We use the figure 8 pattern, and that resulted in a longer lead time to build the Sirius radios. Our radios are better because basically quality takes time.
I see.
They took the fast and dirty approach to the market.
Right.
We took a little more time to get the better quality radio.
So you have to be thrilled with what's happened with satellite radio. Your invention has come to fruition.
Howard, I'm the most happy person you'll ever find because here there was something that was a dream in my head, and now thanks to you folks in particular, and thanks to Mel Karmazin, millions of people are enjoying these frequencies. The FCC should be thrilled. Nobody has done more for the public interest than this show and this company.
Oh, isn't that great, man? This is an exciting time. I mean, you invented this whole deal, and here we are. We're enjoying it. And as a broadcaster, I said this to you in the hall, and I'll say it to you on the air. I thank you. If you hadn't invented this medium, I mean, the fact that I'm getting to look at this is like me meeting Marconi. If you hadn't invented this medium, I would have been out of the radio business.
I liked it better when you said this is like meeting Martine Luther Queen.
Oh, that's true. That's a whole other thing. But it's true.
Did you say that?
I did.
You're a witty guy.
But I got to tell you something. I am so grateful that you invented this medium. I mean, I am flourishing here and also able to be part of something from the ground up. But I mean, this has got to be nuts. This was a dream in your head, and now you're seeing it all come together. What is your prediction? Do you think there will be a merger?
I do.
You do?
I absolutely do. I think that, the way things work is that this was meant to be one satellite radio service. The frequencies were designed for one satellite radio service. Today, digital communication doesn't care whether it's satellite, internet, cell phone, iPod, what have you. There's so much competition. It's just stupid to have duplication of everything on XM and Sirius.
Right. Oh, this is fantastic.
Now, where else is Sirius going? Is Sirius going to the phone? Is Sirius going to do other things? I mean, is there other technology that you're working on?
Well, today I work full-time in a biotechnology company. I'm CEO of United Therapeutics. It's one of the largest biotech companies.
And that's super successful.
You know what? I owe that to Sirius, because Sirius gave me the money to start a biotech company to develop a cure for my youngest daughter who had a life-threatening condition.
And have you done that?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
You developed a cure?
Yes.
What was the condition that you developed?
It's called primary pulmonary hypertension, and it's a life-threatening condition that affects thousands of people. The blood vessels in your lungs, for some unknown reason, they clamp down, and no blood can get from your heart to your lungs, and people end up, fainting and then unfortunately dying.
Your daughter developed this after you invented Sirius Satellite Radio, and you said, that's it. I am now going to start a company to find a cure for my daughter.
Of course. I mean, what am I going to do? Keep, doing satellite radio when there's nobody to help my daughter? Right. I'd do what anybody would do, jump a 10-foot wall to save your own kid. And
you figured out a way to save, and now you've saved thousands of lives.
Yes.
Wow.
And your daughter's fine?
Yeah, she's right outside.
Oh, wonderful.
I hear
she's a huge fan.
I hear she's a knockout.
I love her.
Yeah. Maybe I'll love her, too. Maybe we'll all love her. You know what I mean?
Martine, I don't know if you know, it's Artie. How you doing?
Hey, Artie.
I thank you from me as well and my family. But I'm single. Me and your daughter getting together, is that something you'd be opposed to? Or
He didn't save her so you could have your hand.
You're right. That would have been a waste of time saving her.
Yeah, that'd be good.
No, but I just wanted to ask Martine, like, this is one of those incredible stories that is so fascinating to me. And, you go through all that hard work, that research, and you get a company off the ground. And in a way, when you found out Howard had agreed to come here, wasn't that in some ways the final step to get this out to the mass amount of people? You must have been so excited when you found out about Howard coming, because he's the flashlight on this amazing invention you had, right?
Well, absolutely. To make something succeed, the technology was a necessary but not a sufficient condition. That's how us engineers would phrase it. You needed the technology, but you also needed the content.
Right.
And all the canned music in the world is great. We all like to listen to our favorite stations, but that was not enough of a magnet to bring millions of people to satellite radio. Howard, you have brought millions of Americans to space, to the satellite radio, and as happy as you are and I am, how about the guy driving in his car that can now listen to you in Kansas and Chicago, everywhere in the country?
It's terrific technology.
How about the freedom of not being censored? One of the main reasons I want to start this company is it pissed me off that they were like these stupid censorship rules that you can't say this word, you can't say that word.
I love you, man. I really do. You have given us...
I didn't know they had split the frequencies so that they could make two companies.
XM literally copied our application at the FCC.
Ugh.
You mean, in other words, they benefited off of all of your hard work?
Freeloaded.
Freeloaded. So that has to drive you nuts.
And, well, that's why I love this merger, because I love justice. I'm a Libra. I like things to be balanced and justice. And
I'm a Libra, too. Wow. We should get together.
You two are couldn't be more different.
No, but in a way, I know. But in a way, it's like someone invents like a great game like baseball, and the last thing you need is someone that plays it incredibly well to get it out to people. And it's a merging of a lot of great creative people. It's really a fascinating thing.
It's an amazing story is what it is. Now, are you still an owner in the company, Sirius?
Yes.
You are. You
still am.
You still have stock in it?
Yep.
Do you sit on the board?
I don't. I'd be pleased to. I'd be honored to, but I don't.
But you have a lot of shares?
Yeah, several hundred.
Several 100,000?
Yes.
Wow.
Out of Sirius's shares, unfortunately, that's not a lot.
Right.
So that's worth $50,000.
Right.
Did you sell? But did you sell off your main interest?
Yes. Fortunately, I did.
And you did
because I needed that money to fund the biotech company.
Wow! And the biotech company now is a huge
Doing
company.
very well.
Yeah, it's a publicly traded company, been profitable for 3 years, growing 40% a year.
And now, one question for Siobhan, okay? Did you find that your reception in boardrooms and in offices where you have to go and pitch your ideas changed once you changed your sex?
I think it did, Robin.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it did. I mean, when I first changed and walked in, it was really funny. Sometimes, people would spill their coffee on the table. They'd be so shocked.
Yeah, when I met Martine, I didn't know what the hell to do. I'll tell you what happened. Tim came to me and says, Martine is here who invented Sirius Satellite Radio, Martine Rothblatt. And I was like, oh, I got to meet Martine. What is he, French?
Martine? Is he French?
I knew it was a dude.
From another country.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about this. So Tim goes, listen, I'm just going to give you a heads up. I don't know what's going on. Martine, I think he goes, Martine's a guy, but he might have had a sex change operation. I go, well, what do I do?
What are we dealing with?
I said, I don't care. I don't care if he converted himself into a tiger. I got to meet him.
And that's what the Wall Street people said. They said, finally, Martine, we don't care if you come to work in a monkey suit. If you make as much money for us as you did at Sirius and Pan Am Fat, we're happy.
Yeah, because you don't really try to look super femme.
No,
you don't.
I'm just myself. I actually don't care if people call me she or he. I thought that the day after I met you, you guys talked for 15 minutes about as man and woman was the funniest 15 minutes I ever heard.
Could you convert yourself into a tiger if you wanted to? You seem to be a real genius. Was in the operation, did that make you feel better? Were you really upset in your personal life?
I feel really happy.
You hated your penis, or
no, I didn't hate it. I loved my penis. I still have my penis. It's just an inner rather than an outer.
I see. And you were able to have orgasm with that
Absolutely.
thing? No kidding.
Yeah, the difference between a rocket ship and Krakatoa east of Java. I mean,
and a healthy sex life with your wife.
Very happy.
But where is? Let me meet your wife and your daughter, and at least pay homage to your great family and what you've done. Martine Rothblatt is really an incredible human being. In my lifetime.
And how did you tell? I mean, how do you tell your wife? Were you open about this all the time during your marriage, or when did you have to say, look, there's a woman inside this man?
After I was so sure that she loved me so much that she'd never leave me.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
You would have gotten the operation if she would have left you.
Absolutely not. I love her first and foremost.
Wow.
And how do you tell your daughter? I mean, all of this is very... it's a step you don't know how the outcome, what the outcome will be.
We live in a great country, and fortunately, our kids are great kids, and each of them were totally open-minded. And our family's main motto is cherish diversity.
Wow. That's beautiful. Hey,
look at your beautiful daughter.
First, I'll say hi to your daughter. So your life was saved by your dad.
You got to be a good girl, right?
You better behave yourself.
That's right.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that I owe, my life.
You call your dad or your mom?
My dad.
Yeah, like Mom Junior or something.
No, I'm her dad. I'm proud to be her dad.
Right, you're the dad.
I have one mom, so I already, that position's already filled.
Everybody thinks you're real hot, by the way. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Too young for me. Well, not really.
Not really.
I gotta say, Martine, you and your wife, you do something right because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. And that's the most important thing in the world. And you are Bina, right? Is that your name? You are Martine's wife. Now, it must have been a shock to you when Martine said, not only did I invent satellite, but I'm going to go become a woman. And you decided to stay with Martine,
yeah,
right?
How did that happen? I mean, were you aware that anything was going on?
No, I wasn't. I was really sort of in the dark on that one.
Did you take it as an insult at first? Like, what's the matter? Don't you want to have sex with me and stuff?
No, not at all.
Really?
It didn't come across that way at all.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider leaving and going, you must miss penis on some level?
I didn't consider it at all.
I don't know if I want to hear this conversation.
Do you ever ask your parents what it is they do in the bedroom? I'm trying to figure it out myself.
No, I can't say I ever did. That's just one, do you ever ask your parents? I mean,
all the time. No idea.
You can blame your father because he invented the only reason we can talk like that.
But it had to be an adjustment in the bedroom, right? You were used to having sex a certain way, and now you were having sex with a woman, right?
Well, I'm open. I was very open because I love Martine, so I'm a Martinisexual.
Right.
And so it's just we're just together. We can do so many things. So for us,
you don't miss penis.
No.
You've never said to yourself, maybe I need to go get a guy on the side every once in a while. Did Martine have a beautiful penis? Was it a terrible thing to see it go?
No,
I mean,
it wasn't
wasn't
terrible.
there
You know why?
kind of
You know why it wasn't
What?
a terrible thing to see it go? Because I wanted Martine to be fulfilled,
Right.
to be happy, to be a person. You know, we only live this one
But
life.
even, I mean, as, you know, they always say, you know, I watch these documentaries, they say there is like a grieving process because you are losing something.
You lost
you go
Martin.
through a lot. You go through a lot. I mean, it's tough because you're also forming a new personality. You know, we had to
Yeah.
go through a lot of versions of Martine.
Did you
I don't
lose-
think a lot of people would show up at my penis's funeral.
Was it weird the first time?
No one would come pay their respects.
Was it weird the first time Martine took his clothes off as that Martin became Martine, and then you saw no penis there?
Well, we did it together, so we went through the whole process together. So it was
And it's gradual,
It's
right. It
gradual.
doesn't
and then,
happen overnight.
Yeah, and then the surgeries in the hospital, and I was there for all of that, and it's really.
And the first time you had to make love to Martine as opposed to Martin, it had to be very, very confusing to you, right? I mean,
it was not confusing. I think that because I love Martine so much, I'm in love with Martine's soul. So
right.
It's just a different kind of love than some people have. You're talking
I
about
would
only
say
physical,
so.
only physical for you. It has to be, it has to be just a vagina, just a penis. Well, it's really not so with us. It's everything. Like we
See, that's
it's every
love.
touch.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
everything.
real love.
I couldn't
That's
get-
a love of a person.
I could get dated to stay with me over a little heroin.
Oh, here you go again.
Now, your daughter's name is Genesis, right?
Yes.
That's a very
Yeah.
nice name. And Genesis, do you get embarrassed at all at first when your dad starts coming around dressed as a woman? It must have been difficult for you.
Well, yeah, Martine dresses pretty unisexual, and I had to say it was probably harder when I was in school, when it first happened.
I was going to say, how old were you?
I was 10.
Oh!
It's a big adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, being the youngest of four, I'm sure my older siblings probably didn't have as much trouble with it. It wasn't really a problem for me, but, friends at school would say stuff like, oh, your dad's a woman now. Are you going to be a man when you grow up and stuff like that?
Right. Kids are so understanding. Yes.
Where are those kids now? Where are those kids now? Because you ain't no man.
Hey, Bill, you're on the air in Battle Creek, Michigan. You're on the air with Martine Rothblatt, who invented Sirius Satellite Radio. It was a dream in her head, and she came up with this idea, and now it is a reality. Go ahead, Bill.
Well, thanks for taking my phone call, Howard. My question is, I saw something at the auto show where some newer cars will come out with Sirius streaming video. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that always the dream, too, Martine, that you could stream video?
Exactly. All we had to do is we had to wait until the digital video compression caught up with the digital audio compression, and that's now happening. So, by the way, another benefit of the merger is that if we had the full spectrum that we originally discovered and were intended to have, then we could always stream video along with audio.
Wow.
So what you're saying is when the FCC decided in their wisdom to split your invention in half, so to speak, they really kind of impeded the progress of the invention.
Absolutely. They took the light bulb and they said, okay, everybody's only going to get half a light bulb.
Right.
We made the best we could of it, and thanks to you guys, we've made a great service here. But if we can have the whole light bulb back together again, the American public would benefit much more.
Well, then you're making incredible arguments for the merger.
Jeff, you're on the air in Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey now.
Hey now.
I just wanted to say I'm a trucker, and I wanted to thank Martine deeply. That you're the best thing that's ever happened to truckers.
Thank you.
You're darn right.
But I also have a beef about it too.
A beef?
Go ahead.
The beef that I have is she is also responsible for creating the tracking device for truckers.
Oh.
Now, why are you against the tracking device for truckers?
Well, how can we run illegally if we're being
Martine, now you cut their revenue in half.
Let's go to Gary. Gary in White Plains. Go ahead.
Hey now, Howard.
Hey now.
I'll ask my two questions, and I'll hang up and listen.
All right.
Martine, my first question, how come occasionally I still lose my signal on my satellite radio, even though I am out in the open, so to speak, and not going through a tunnel or in a heavily treed area? Does the cloud cover or the atmosphere have to do with that? And my second question is, I'd like to know if his vagina is as nasty as Siobhan's.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we'll go with the first question. How's that, Martine?
Good idea.
All right, let's go to the first question. What about losing occasional signal?
Maybe for a second or so, sometimes there can be an eclipse of the satellites, other satellites move in front and whatnot, so that can cause, a momentary break. And as regards to the second question is like all bodies are beautiful.
Yes. All right. There
I
it
have
is.
a question. Now
That's
that
what I'm going with.
China can shoot satellites out of the sky, are you going to do something about that? No.
Yeah, will you blow up China?
Actually, I think the best way to handle China is to bring Howard Stern to China.
Hey, Martine, I was doing a little reading of books that you sent over to me. And are you working on something now with other scientists where you can create actual better human life by injecting, I think you call them nanobots, into the blood?
Yes.
Exactly.
And that we will become like superhuman?
Or like the $6 Million Man?
I don't think it's so much superhuman. We'll be able to cure the diseases that right now afflict people, especially in the 60s, 70s,
What about
and 80s.
aging? Come on, let's get to work.
Well, aging is another one of those kind of taboos that people say, well, aging is inevitable. But, and people said that you could only have terrestrial radio, and Howard Stern proved that wrong. And people said that our illness could not be beaten, and Genesis and our company has proven that wrong. And our company's motto is medicines for life. And we believe, why should we stop at, people getting the diseases of 70, 80, or 90? We can take these little satellite dishes and shrink them now all the way down to nanobot size, inject them into your bloodstream, and use wireless communications to attack cancer cells, to rebuild hearts. And to me, that's the ultimate extension of the Sirius technology.
Is that what you're working on now?
Yes.
Wow. How do you like that? Now, there is a brain.
Amazing. That is amazing.
This is a man, a woman we should worship. And really, you are an amazing person.
You actually are the ultimate person, aren't
That's
you?
right. What is it, Gary?
There's one thing we were talking about that we saw in the notes that we wanted to ask about. Martine's working on a documentary with that guy Moog, the guy that created the synthesizer.
Yes.
Right.
And it's incredible stuff, but basically he's working on technology that can download information from your brain to a microchip so that they can clone you and then upload that information.
All of your memories will be there.
Exactly. I mean, like right now, for example, if you have a serious heart problem, they can stop your heart. Okay, actually stop your heart while they have artificial machines circulate your blood and they repair your heart. Now, why not, if you have something like Alzheimer's or strokes in your mind, why not take all of your thoughts, download them out of your brain, use stem cell technology to grow a fresh brain, and then upload all your thoughts back into that fresh brain.
Jesus
So in
Christ,
other words,
that's heavy.
Martine,
And that's like 10 to 20 years away. If we just work on it full speed, we can do it.
That's Battlestar Galactica stuff. That's what the Cylons did.
Right, but you know what? I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a week ago, and he said he wanted to be frozen because if he has a disease and he's going to die from it, he'd rather be frozen, and once that disease is cured, he would like to be brought back to life.
Both Bina and I are proud cryonicists.
Is that right?
Yes, absolutely, because
You're saying we could have high-pitch Eric forever?
Howard, with that technology, couldn't you use it for bad too, right?
Sure.
You could say like Hitler could have taken people and uploaded into their brains to hate Jews. Do you know what I mean? Like you could upload whatever information you want to a person's brain.
You could manufacture whatever thoughts you want
Right.
and have them be the thoughts of everyone.
Can you imagine the day when they could just take all our thoughts, put them on a microchip, and then give us a new body?
But you know what they could also do? If they can do that, then couldn't you upload it? It could be like the Matrix, where you want to learn something, you put it in the chip, and boom, it's yours.
Exactly. Bina says that's how she'll learn French.
I can't wait to learn French.
Yeah, because it's too hard on my own. I can't learn
know,
anything.
It's horrible.
Marianne, go ahead. We have Martine Rothblatt, the inventor of satellite radio.
It's incredible. It's inspiring. I can't believe the struggle of being a man to a woman, because I think of Siobhan, and I always worry about her. How you created this. Were you a brainiac in school?
No, we've covered
We've
that
gone through
already.
that, Marianne.
Irish
Where have you
John, Irish John, you're on the air.
Good morning, Howard. Good morning, Martine. Hey, I got a question for you, Martine. If the merger does take place, do you have any suggestions on a new name for the company?
I think Martine should create the name because Martine is the Marconi.
Did Martine create Sirius? Did you name the company?
Yes, and also...
Why did you name it Sirius?
Because Sirius is the brightest star in the sky.
Okay.
So
That's
what is
it?
the new name you would like?
Personally, I think if we take over, if we do this merger of equals, XM is a great name, and I'd be very happy to have XM as the name as the combined company, so long as Howard Stern is the #1 talent and Mel Karmazin is the CEO.
Now, what about the fact that Sirius is better known at this point in terms of the marketing scheme? XM used to be the most identifiable, and our research seems to indicate now Sirius is the most identifiable since I came over here. So maybe stick with Sirius.
How about SM?
Why SM? What is that? Sirius M, so to speak? SM.
I said, Sirius SM. Because I was like Sex-M.
What do you think? Wendy the retard suggested Jessica. People seem to like that. What do you think of that? I actually think the name Genesis.
I think Genesis is awesome.
There you go. I like it.
Genesis.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's Genesis.
Let's make it ethnic. How about Vinny? Vinny, I like.
How about V'ger? Like just in the Star Trek movie.
I think since Martine came up with Sirius, just keep it serious. I mean,
that's the way to go, then, I would think, because Martine came up with it.
XM is catchy, though.
XM's catchy.
You have to
but Genesis stands for a new beginning.
That's right.
Genesis, I like it very much.
But you have to spell it with a J, because, that's more original.
Yeah, I like that. Your name is with a J, right?
Yes.
What do you have, a boyfriend? What's your story? You must have one, right?
No comment. Yeah.
What do you mean no comment? You don't like the boyfriend?
No comment.
Is the boyfriend a nice guy or what?
Well, it's
your parents don't like him?
Nah, it's complicated at the moment.
What's going on? What happened? What happened with the boyfriend?
Well, actually, I was married, but I'm in the middle of a divorce right now. So.
Married at 22?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
How'd that happen?
Oh, wow.
Your father didn't save your life for you to go get married to some guy, 22. So now, is he becoming a woman, or is he...
Well, I love my parents, but I'm not sure if I could go through that personally. So if that was the case, then that would definitely be the reason for the divorce.
Martine, can't you build a perfect robot for her to marry? What do we need a person
Well,
for?
we're working on that with the nanobots.
I think it's great. What's the name of the company that you're with now?
United Therapeutics.
United Therapeutics. And Martine Rothblatt. Is there a website or something people should go to?
No.
Nothing. You don't have any kind of information out there that people
Sirius.com.
Sirius.com, right. Okay, Martine Rothblatt is someone, I hail you, I thank you. You've given me a future, and you've probably given a future to all the broadcasters out there who are even protesting the merger right now. You've done an incredible job, and I know that this technology of satellite radio and the kinds of technology you're working on now are the future. It makes our lives exciting, and I think we've only seen the tip of the iceberg with satellites, and this is a great invention.
You'll have a satellite inside.
Yeah.
Could you broadcast?
Into my head?
Oh, my goodness. You could be, you could be in your own head.
Yeah.
You could be walking down the street by yourself and go, don't talk to me, I'm listening to the weather.
I won't need any of you. I'll just broadcast my thoughts.
Hey, Martine, is it possible to download all the drinks out of my liver and upload them all as carrot juice?
Martine Rothblatt, thank you, and your beautiful family, Bina and Genesis, thank you. We're going to take a little break.
How was that in there?
It was... right, no words for it.
Martine. Hey, Howard, nice. Great to meet you. Can I get a picture with you?
Sure.
I can't believe. You changed everybody's career. You're incredible. I can't believe it. 1-800-MATTRE. And you know something? That was interesting because I also always wondered where the name. How why it's called Sirius.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's actually a star.
It's the brightest star in the sky.
That's amazing.
Like right after sundown, you'll see it come up, and it's the brightest star in the sky.
No, that's an amazing thing. I said,
can I get a picture with you, Martine?
Sure.
Yeah, I just got this digital. Look.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that.
Hey, no beard. My beard didn't even show.
No, it's amazing. Thank you. I'm thanking you. To be able to go on and do, what I do, for a living, is amazing.
That's the biggest joy for me, that people who have great talent like yourself and Howard can now share it with hundreds of millions of people instead of going through some little FCC tunnel or just one club or something.
You know how many times he used to have to, he'd go for the button,
life's about joy. Yeah. And all we're doing is spreading maximum joy to maximum people.
No, you're phenomenal. I don't know how you thought of it, but it's amazing.
I'm so grateful to Howard and to Mel and everybody at Sirius for taking this technology and making it grow. Like I planted the seeds, but you guys created a beautiful tree. Thank you. Thank you so much.
They just seem so grateful to sort of reinvent it.
But I won't yell. I'm not Alec Baldwin. Yesterday, first of all, I called into Bubba's show because it was his birthday. And Robin called in about 25 minutes into my interview to tell me that I was boring and horrible.
What?
And that I should get off.
I never said you should get off.
Well,
a mere 25 minutes in?
Well,
I was in the car.
She said it was boring and she was turning off.
What?
Bubba was asking me questions. We were talking about various topics, including whether Bubba's son should have piano lessons, because Bubba was worried whether or not it was faggy. And I said, it is so important to offer that to a kid, music lessons. And I talked to him about that. I talked to him about some career stuff.
And there was never a joke cracked. He called in and said, happy birthday.
I wasn't looking to crack a joke.
And then went into how horrible broadcasting was in his early career and how he had no life.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did.
I said I had no life. I said I had a neurotic compulsion. In fact, I've dealt with this in therapy. I said, I think it's strange now that I look back on it. When I got my first job in Detroit, they put me in a hotel.
Do it again.
Well, you know what? People are interested in this.
If you want to call in, Rob.
Yeah, I want to know.
I know you do. Believe me, Robin doesn't understand that.
She got a touch.
Believe me, I heard Robin's interview. Well, that was interesting, and that's what I'm going to yell at you about in a minute. But I will yell about that in a second.
What did she say?
I will yell about that in a second. But I was merely talking about, and I thought it was rather interesting, that I have this history of locking myself in a box, literally. I mean, what I would do when I first got a job, especially in Detroit, it wouldn't occur to me to go out and have fun or have a dinner or anything. I would go to work and then return to the hotel, sit in the hotel, and wait for the next show to start.
In Detroit?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I never went to somebody's house. I never went to, I'd invited to dinner. I would sit and wait for the next show. It shows you my whole life was consumed with this work. And the boys were asking me about my life, so I was talking about it in a serious manner.
I got to tell you, I feel sorry.
They ever even got to ask a question. He went into this diatribe about how he would never go back to his early years of broadcasting because his sucked.
I said I would never want to return to those days. There was nothing,
I got to tell you, I feel sorry for you. I really do.
But when you talk to guys...
I think you're tortured.
I am. When you talk to guys in the broadcasting business, for the most part, they're a lot healthier than I am, because you hear them and they go, back in 1980 when I was at KXRQ, oh man, we went out and we partied.
There's a bar we'd always get fucked up at.
Right, and they always had lives. And here's my story. When I was at WWWW in Detroit, I sat in a room waiting for the next show.
And then he went into how he lived at a monastery.
I did. It was bizarre.
When was that?
For the when I worked at WRNW.
I find this interesting. Monastery.
I lived in a. It is called the Cenacle up in Westchester in Tarrytown, not Tarrytown, in I can't think of the name of that town.
Portchester. Where were you?
I was in. Like around the Mount Kisco area. I can't think. Armonk. That was it.
Yeah.
And it was a cenacle with where monks lived, and were silent. And I lived there for a year. The price was right. It was $100 a month to live there.
Yeah. This before you're married?
Yes.
Right.
And I had no money. I was just starting out in broadcasting. I'm making $96 a week. How much can you afford to pay for rent? It was only you were allowed a cot. You couldn't talk, and weren't allowed to eat meat or fish or anything. You just were served vegetables. And you sat there. And I would come home. I would work all day and night at the radio station. And then I would sit in a room. It was like a jail cell. It was the size of a jail cell. And I would sit there and wait for the next show.
And then Bubba got to ask one question, which was, well, when did you start to really make some money?
And I explained to him, because Bubba's fantasy was I was making big money in certain markets, like, oh, when you went to Los Angeles. And I said, no, it's just the opposite, because I kind of made some, I think, bad deals. Because I took these stations and elevated them to #1.
Yeah.
But in order to prove that morning radio could succeed on a syndicated basis, I had to take shitty deals.
Well, look at what,
And give
one
half of-
station bill. It's New York, but 50 mil from one station.
Exactly.
But it was almost like Mein Kampf listening to him because of my struggle.
Meanwhile, you listen to every word.
Well, maybe.
I said that. I said, I can't. Okay, they got to change subjects eventually.
And I'll bet.
And then what did they change the subject to? How's Artie?
All right.
And I said, I love Artie. I said, yeah, Artie's got his issues. And I reminded people that Bubba at one point weighed almost 500 pounds and pulled his life together, but pulled it together when he was ready.
488, that's
right.
rough. I couldn't imagine having another 200
But
pounds.
Artie, you don't understand what was going on.
This is very interesting.
Instead of that was not the conversation.
No.
The conversation was
Artie
has a hole he's trying to fill.
No, I
and
said to Bubba,
you must have had
again, you're wrong.
a hole.
I said to Bubba, tell me something. If you're discussing Artie's eating, I said, whether it's eating or drugs, I said, Artie always has some addiction.
I got a hole I'm trying to fill. It's on the chick from Philly.
So I said to Bubba, do you, now that you've lost weight, do you have this addiction in some other area? I was curious. He said no. The guys explained that he's more addicted to hanging out with his kid.
No,
I said,
but there was
that's
a whole
healthy.
discussion about Bubba.
I'm going to get to that. You don't let me talk.
Yeah, I'm sure Bubba's
Then I
fine.
said. Then when I was on Bubba's show, I said, psychologically, the eating, whether it's drugs or gambling or eating or something.
Right.
I said, you're hungry, not hungry literally, you're hungry for something, whether it's love or who knows, someone to take care of you. You don't know. So I said, Bubba, what do you think you are really hungry for? And I'm talking to a hillbilly, and Bubba's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I go, well.
He hasn't examined that.
No, he wasn't into examining that. He tried, but it was, obviously not the right form. So I said, Artie needs to get in touch with that. I said, but it's up to him to go to therapy, and I don't know if he'll be ready to do that.
See, we're skipping through this rather jauntily.
It sounds kind of interesting, doesn't it?
No, you were droning on.
Oh, droning.
About, my poor life.
You were jealous that you were you couldn't stay out of it.
I had a horrible time.
Okay.
It was awful, and
So why didn't you turn off?
suffered and struggled. I was like, he can't be serious.
Why didn't you turn off the radio? No, you know what you did? You had to be a part of it and ruin it.
Then from
Right?
Artie's hole.
So what? So turn it off. It wasn't interesting to you. There's enough channels on Sirius.
I wanted to listen to this channel.
Believe me, you loved it. And you had to insert yourself.
After Artie's hole, they went to Tyler's music.
And that was fascinating. He thinks giving a kid piano lessons is gay. And I said, you know something?
It kinda
I said,
is.
Bubba, wait a second. I said, Bubba, let me tell you something. I said, you think Billy Joel with his young wife and his jets and homes? And I said, right now Beth is on a jet with Billy Joel and Katie going to Chicago to play in front of thousands of people, and he got tons of pussy. And then, of course, Ned said, yeah, and Elton John sucked a cock. So I said, that's a good point. So it was rather fascinating. Should this be...
And Billy's got a few holes he's filling.
And I even said, if you have the means and you don't offer your kids some kind of musical outlet, it's almost like child abuse. It's like, it's not teaching your kid how to swim. Like poor Robin doesn't know how to swim. That's a life-saving thing. Oh, you're a mess.
I'm not going to sit here
what I'm
and
gonna
whine
suggest,
at this point about not getting swimming
What
lessons.
I'm going to suggest to you is that it was hard for you to stay out of hearing me working with another human being.
He was so analytical yesterday. I said he must have just come from
No,
therapy.
I did
because
not.
he was psychoanalyzing everything.
No. In fact, my therapist wasn't around, so maybe that's why. But I thought I was very, very astute and very interesting.
Oh, just piercing.
Anyway, so getting on with this. So Robin calls in,
so
and
what
then
happened with
I
that?
hung up. She gets on and drops a bombshell on Bubba's show. Now, you sat here for every day and never said a word about this. And you get on Bubba's show and you give him great radio. Now, why would you do that? I love Bubba, but why wouldn't you mention it here first?
I was calling you. You know what? I was coming home, listening to the wrap-up show. Not the wrap-up show,
The
Bubba's show.
Bubba Love Sponge
You
show.
came on.
Right.
I was immediately going to get... But before you came on, I was getting out of my car to call you. And then you came on Bubba's show.
Right.
And you were doing your thing. And I said, I got to call in. It wasn't to call in to give a bombshell.
Yeah, but Robin.
And I was only calling in to talk to you.
Right.
And then I was going to get off, but you bailed and left me on the Bubba Show.
Oh, believe me, I wanted to get off that show. Even I was boring myself. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Bubba.
How long were you on?
About 20 minutes. But I mean, like, as Robin says, it felt like 2 hours. and you know, and I vowed I was only going to call in and say hi, happy birthday, and get off because Bubba's got his own thing going, his own agenda. He does a great show. You didn't need me on there. And but you know, I don't know. We started gabbing, and it felt good to me. And then
it sounds like Robin's a huge fan of Bubba, and you ruined her show.
I did, evidently. I ruined the show.
Well, nothing wrong with being a fan of Bubba. I'm a fan of it too.
It was certainly interesting, but it went to the point of you know, when you're going on too long about how miserable, you know, because you have a great life in comparison.
Yes, I wasn't saying I was. I said I had a peculiar life. It was an odd life when I look back on it.
May I ask what the context was? Because I didn't hear it. It's like, were they asking the questions that kind of led you down that path?
They asked me.
They didn't ask.
Because I mean, that's what it sounds like.
You immediately launched into, "Hey, Bubba, are you one of those guys who says, I wish I could have, you know, the old days?" And then you went on.
And I talked about how the old days were horrible.
And what was his answer to that?
He didn't get to.
Who cared? I was the guest.
Sorry,
I'm talking.
I think you're the same. I feel bad for you because I think you're the same person you were back then with money and fame. I mean,
but that wasn't
you know,
the issue. That was not the issue. He was simply. I'm just talking about what happened on the show, and you know, he's a very successful, very happy man.
All right,
and
let's move on to you.
I don't think he's happy.
Excuse me.
I'm very happy.
I don't think he's
All right, let's move on to you
he's
now.
Way happier than he was.
I'm not
then.
happy this morning with you. So Robin gets on, and in 2 seconds spills her guts.
I didn't spill my guts.
Have Artie guess what the bomb.
What do you think the bombshell is?
She's marrying Martine Navratilova.
That's a good one.
That's it.
Listen, I have no fucking idea.
Take a guess.
The bombshell. Well, is it something I could deduce logically through knowing Robin or hearing?
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Sherlock Lang.
Sherlock Lang.
Come on, Sherlock Lang.
Oh, God.
You seem to be straight this morning. You had your subject
You're
text.
awake. You're
Come
awake.
on, you should be able to do this.
Yeah, I'll be awake for about another 10 minutes. You're all boring me.
What is Robin's bombshell that she dropped on the Bubba the Love Sponge
She's getting
show?
married.
Wrong.
Okay, that's my guess. I don't know.
You know.
I know?
Trying to deduce.
Deduce.
Who hasn't been around at the last couple of events?
Oh, her and Mr. X broke up.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, I did wonder why he wasn't at Cafe Gray, but you never know. I mean, people do different things. And
Well.
wow, how long? Okay, great. Okay, now I'm interested.
Now, mind you, she now says that this has been going on a while, but she decides to spill her guts on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Well, I have a bigger bombshell.
Wait a minute. Oh, you
Mr. X is dating Dana.
Oh, that would be good. Now, that's good. The two of you could jump out the window together.
I gotta tell you, much like Robin was with me and Dana. I'm very sad because I love Mr. X.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
I said to myself, I wonder if this will be the same as, you know, losing Dana, because we all lost Dana.
You're right, yeah. No, well, he's so much fun at events. I think he's a funny fucking guy. Yeah.
Listen, we might have lost Dana, but we gained that hot blonde you were with.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind
There's
that.
always something to come.
She can be any hair color you want.
Yeah. And by the way, I mean, with Robin, the reason I just get upset is because here she sat, and she can't say, I didn't want to break the news to you on the air. She broke it on the air.
I don't want to bust your chops, but that is something you should
that's
say.
kind of fucked up.
If you're going to say it on the air at all,
Well,
If I'm guilty on Bubba's show of being boring, that's one thing. But to come on and be so fucking interesting.
Why not call Elvis Duran?
I was trying to help us out.
And how did it just come out?
Don't help. Listen.
Well, now I have a million questions. Obviously, how long?
Well, here's what happened on
when
the
did it
Bubba
happen?
show. Howard, like I said, I didn't mean to be a guest. I was just calling to break up the pity party and get some revelry going on.
She couldn't stand to be out of a radio show that I was a part of.
Racing isn't enough.
Yeah.
So then he bailed immediately. I was like, what is he doing? He was supposed to stay. I was supposed to go.
Yeah, no, I was getting. You gave me. It was almost like I said, like
It was
tag
a
team.
tag team.
I said, thank God. Okay,
That would have
goodbye.
been funny if you did reveal it to Howard, but on the Bubba show. That would have been interesting.
He left.
You know what?
He
Beth-
launched himself out of there and left me.
Beth
holding
was in
the bag.
Chicago. She left me dinner with the turkey meatballs, and she cooked a bunch of things for me. So
How come you don't invite me over for the meatballs?
I only had 7 of them, and I know you're
So
going to eat all 7 of them.
No, wait, so that leaves 2 for you.
Yeah. So I was dreaming about, like, heating that up, and I had the green beans, and I put some rice in there. It was beautiful. That dream. So I was like, I got to go eat, man. And Robin called me and went,
exactly
okay,
what
goodbye.
he said. Hey, I'm going to go have dinner. See you.
Yeah,
when you hung up from Bubba's show, did you listen to it?
No.
Or so when did you find out about this revelation?
Tim called me. Oh, well, first, Robin calls me because she had the guilt.
I didn't have the guilt. It was actually what I was planning to do.
Please. Then she calls me, and she says, look, I want to tell you, I said something on Bubba's show. First she told me I was boring. Then
I did not.
I know. And then
she waited till here to tell you that.
Right. So getting back to this, Robin calls me after the Bubba show.
Really?
She calls me up, and believe me, I was watching The Sopranos, eating my turkey meatballs.
Oh, you're kidding! I interrupted The Sopranos.
You didn't hear me eating while I was talking to you?
I did hear you eating, but I didn't know you were watching The Sopranos.
And I heard it was Robin on the phone. Robin's the only person I didn't interrupt that for because I was like, oh shit, the food is piping hot.
Meatballs and The Soprano. The turkey thing's a bit of a minus, but
okay, but I don't eat red
meatballs
meat.
and The Sopranos is rough. That's a good.
With a big sauce and a whole thing.
That's a nice setup.
And who's on the phone? I Robin Quivers. And, because I got one of those screens.
I know it.
Yeah. So I go. I'm sitting and debating. I go, I want to hear what Robin's got to say because she told me I'm fucking boring on Bubba's show. Man. I said, but
your phone just said, okay, I'll try to find him.
I'm 10 minutes into The Sopranos.
He's eating meatballs watching The Sopranos.
I mean, I was in fucking heaven, and I'd been, I was like practically jerking off to that all day.
You should have that woman trained to go.
Would you like to leave a message?
Fuck off. Meatballs, Sopranos, do the math.
Or would you want me to find her?
Yeah. And by the way, I thought Mr. X was out of the picture because you told everyone. I had heard that Mr. X's mom might be sick or something like that. I heard that.
She is, it wasn't the biggest lie in the world.
Well, wait a minute. When did you break up? Just give me that before you move on, real quick.
We got a whole show to get through.
When did you break up, real quick? And then you can move on with the line of quote. I'm just curious.
Well, it's been an in progress kind of a thing. The whole time one of the things I said to Howard was when you and Dana were going through it, I was just sort of sitting over here listening and saying, wow, I'm basically in the same spot, but I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow. She basically said when you were on the air whining about Dana, Robin was kind of like, why doesn't he suck it up and be a man? And because she was sitting there whining. And I go, but he was emoting on the air. That's interesting. And you emoted on Bubba's show.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, no one's more. Look, I give it up here. You got to give me that. Heroin day. I mean, I let it roll.
It wasn't quite the same kind of thing. We weren't breaking up and making up. We were just going through a very extended,
Well, what made it extended though? Like, did you have a lot of
years and years of being together? You just don't abruptly.
See, some people can do that. I agree with you. I don't know how you could just say, look, now I'm never seeing this person again, because that's what some people are capable of doing.
I've done that.
I know.
Yeah, but it depends on the kind of breakup it is, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's, you just got to get rid of that person, that's one thing. It wasn't like that at all.
Well, obviously, my next question is, was there one particular thing that did it? Why? I mean, but I don't know what... I mean, you go ahead. It's your show. Go.
No.
No, we're on the Artie Lang show now.
No, obviously you say that.
It's late night at Fox, and it's Artie Lang.
I'm very curious about a bunch of things. You're friends of mine. And
why don't you two hook up, Robin and Artie?
I think that's a power couple right there.
You two lovebirds. Both looking for romance. Come on. You're on the market.
It just happened.
Robin, are you on the market, or are you just still grieving over the relationship?
I'm not necessarily on any market. My mind has gone to, well, what will I do now? But
she's at Chippendales every night.
I'm no desperate housewife. I don't have to fall into someone's arms.
I had heard some speculation that possibly Robin and Mr. X weren't together, but I said, look, Robin would tell me.
Who are you hearing that from?
People were saying, gee, Mr. X hasn't been around.
Oh, okay.
Various people around the station.
Right.
No, they're all yentas.
That's for goddamn sure.
They never talk to me, these yentas.
Right. They talk to me. And then at one point, even somebody said to me, kind of casually but being serious, that they felt Robin's race car driving was a death wish because she's so broken up about Mr. X.
Who said that?
I'm never telling you. No.
Somebody said that to you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
When did they say that?
It was a serious conversation, and they said, would you be willing to talk to Robin? I said, look.
Another intervention you have to do.
Yeah, I said, look, my head's going to explode from all these psychos I work with.
Already on at 1.
Yeah, I don't have time. Now you know why I'm on Bubba babbling.
No,
but I said,
don't want to give you a hint, Robin, but here's how the conversation went. I think Robin has a text list.
No, this was very serious. And someone who was really concerned about Robin.
I can't imagine who this is.
You never will guess. But a very nice person did this.
A very nice person.
Yes. And said to me, look.
Donald Trump.
Will Murray? I said, look, Robin hasn't said anything to me about Mr. X. I said, what? Do you know anything? Is anything going on? So, you know, it was very vague. Mm-hmm. So I was been planning, how am I going to say to Robin, what's going on here with this race car driving? So here, when she called up and made the revelation on Bubba's show.
Here we go.
It was my opportunity. So I got a hold of her last night, and I said to her, look, what is going on? You know, she makes it seem like she's not that all upset about the whole Mr. X thing.
Well, I did think the race car driving conversations was out of left field.
I had to tie it in because I had made a vow to this person that I would do it.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Because if anything happened to you and I didn't say anything, well, then I feel like a shit. I wouldn't forgive myself.
But was there one particular thing that did it? Was somebody cheating? Was
No.
It was just like, look, it's time to stop.
We've just gone in different directions. You know, we don't have the same kind of goals in life anymore.
Right.
And so we were just apart. You
So it
know,
means
we were
they
just
can't
going
stand
in
each
different
other.
directions.
When you say you had different goals, what goal do you have, and what goal did he have?
Well, the way we live our lives is completely different. I'm very active and outgoing, and he's, you know, quiet and introverted, and it just wasn't working.
It's like every broad and a guy.
I'll go out with him.
Every girl is outgoing.
He doesn't want to go out.
He's my guy. You're crazy to
You
give that
should
up.
hook up then.
Where is he right now? Be like, hello, Howard.
You know the greatest part? Here's when a guy's at his most dishonest trying to get in a broad's pants. When you're wooing a girl you're insanely attracted to, and she starts bitching about her ex-boyfriend going, he never wanted to do anything. I love going out and dancing. And I love that, too. That guy sounds like such a bore, you know.
Yeah, Beth's wondering how come I spend 8 hours a day playing chess.
Yeah. You know, it's
right
like,
now.
You know what? I was doing
We're like a young Denny Terrio when we're dating you.
I was doing a story about some couple that just got together and they unveiled their relationship at the theater when they went to see some show. And I remember thinking to myself, yeah, isn't that? Yeah, remember when?
Right.
He would take you anywhere.
Yeah.
Usually when people break up, they have the same goal, fucking someone new.
Romance fades. That's sad.
It does
you know,
fade.
what are you going to do? It's
So anyway, so Robin calls me, so I kind of crowbarred in a very awkward way.
It was weird.
The psychological racing with the breakup, and maybe, you know, you're very upset.
Now,
and
here
I had
I'm telling him, and he goes, well, do you think your racing has anything to do? I'm like, what?
Well, I had heard you were very, very upset about the breakup.
Who did you hear that from?
I can't say.
Again, I haven't talked to anybody, Howard.
All right.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to people. Yentas. No one knew for sure. They were speculating, and I went.
So now I'm
Robin
very
would
upset.
tell me. Robin would tell me. Of course, she told Bubba. But she told Bubba.
Well, I mean,
that's like if I announced my divorce
No,
on Imus.
Here's what happened. Again, you abandoned ship.
Don't make excuses.
I'm telling you, Artie, it was like
You
getting
blew it.
off. He was jumping on that lifeboat off the
Stop.
Titanic.
Don't tie in if I was a boring guest with your...
So you told Bubba because you panicked.
With your panic.
She's driving in a race car, and yet...
It's my fault she
Yeah,
told
it's your
Bubba
fault.
because I was so bad of a
I
guest.
didn't mean to be on the show.
Right.
What I meant to
Who
do...
asked you to call in? She didn't mean to be on the show. You accidentally ended up on the show. You called in.
What I meant to do was talk to Howard. He happened to be on Bubba's show.
I got right off. She goes, you're boring. I go, okay, goodbye. I won't bore anyone anymore. I'm out.
Now that I'm here. So then Bubba turns to me and we start talking, and all of a sudden he starts a conversation about me and Mr. X in bed.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I am tired of lying.
About Mr. X.
Yeah, and
It
not
would have been great
being...
if you said that on the air. It would have shocked us all.
What?
It would have shocked us.
I was planning to, but you, again,
me
bailed out of the situation.
No, you didn't do it on our show.
No, I didn't want to do it on Bubba's show. I was going to talk to you, and then we would have done this.
But it's my fault.
I just called in to give you a little boost, and you left.
So it's that's crazy talk. King of all blacks, you're on the air.
Robin.
Yeah, king of all blacks, king of all blacks, king of all blacks.
I knew this for the longest time, and I just kept it inside.
Oh, so you're the one who told Howard
Yes.
that I was racing.
I talked to him.
How'd you know, genius?
I don't think it had anything to do with racing. This guy always was jealous of you. Always. And he just was like, it was eating him up alive how you had this, like, it seemed like an exciting life, and he was just, like, so bored, like, with his own life, and he wanted you to be bored with him. You see what I'm saying?
No.
You're fucking crazy. It took you forever to get out that analysis, and we hung with you.
How do you know his life was boring?
You don't know anything about Mr. X.
I don't know anything about him, but I know he's one of them bougie type of guys.
He's very far from bougie.
He's not bougie?
No.
You're bougie compared to him.
Yeah, you're way more bougie than he is.
It would take him about 3 seconds to beat the shit out of you.
You're practically Ireland Baldwin compared to him.
And he can fight. He's one of the fighters.
What a nice reference that was.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Howard, I gotta tell you this. I know you are. I read the revenues that you made for K-Rock when you was on K-Rock in the Daily News yesterday.
Right.
Amazing. $50 million, and now they're down to like 16.
That's
the
right.
funniest thing in the world.
All right. Thank you, King.
I love you.
Love you, too. He's
King checking in.
Going nowhere.
But you know what I mean? It seems to me like when breakups happen, there's some... Like, my thing was fucking 3 months on the air of like, okay...
No, this was
we broke up.
going
Why?
on.
In the beginning, it was nothing. Then the heroin came up, and then...
I learned from Robin that this went on for a while.
It's just some juiciness we're not hearing.
No.
Or is it
No.
just, it's like a non... Like,
It was kind of like, well, she wanted to do stuff, he didn't, and, and they were just realizing they were two different people, but they still care for each other, concern for
Right.
each other. But so you haven't been intimate in a long time, Robin.
No.
When's the last time you were intimate?
I can hardly remember.
Wow. Vibrator City.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
Right.
what are you gonna do?
It's a very familiar sound to me.
Over a year? No, not a year.
Yeah.
Wow. Over a year.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Because I was sort of just, absenting myself from the situation.
Well, this is good now. Now that you're on the market, we can get the word out.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, dropping loads. Guys are different, man.
I had a thought. I think you're going to move.
Well, I've been thinking about that for a couple of years, too.
I think you put yourself out there where you live now because he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And I never, I don't like that one bit. I really didn't. I was like, oh, my God. Like, Robin had this great apartment
It
in
was
the
an odd
city.
choice where she lived. I didn't realize that, though. I mean, that's nice, though. You're into a person. That's nice to do.
Are you going to do a chocolate singles ad?
No, there's no chocolate singles anymore.
Oh, there isn't? They folded after you stopped writing your
After
ads?
I stopped making ads. they
Wow.
folded.
Why don't we all do our own ethnic, a J date for, you do a joke, I'll do a Dago date.
Dago date?
That's what they call it.
DagoDating.com?
So you mean when we had that party at your house, there was no intimacy going
Not
on?
really. I
Gee,
mean, did
thought
you
there
see
was.
us in the same place at any time?
Well, sometimes when you have a party, everyone's socializing, and they try to make people comfortable. Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. We all walked through the house together.
Right, we
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only time, though. I think I saw him that evening.
Men are
Right.
different. Me and Dana, had sex in Turks and Caicos New Year's Eve. And then it really went sour right after that. And a couple of weeks into Sirius when I told you guys about the problems. And then we were 4 months, nothing had happened. And
Sexually.
Yeah. And then we got back together. And I mean, guys, I was just so horny when I saw her. And it was really like I somehow got her into bed, even though it was clearly still over. I felt like getting laid. And then after that, it was like, God, fuck, it wasn't until last November when I met that
that's
girl.
a huge mistake, going back sexually when you know it's over.
Yeah, because then that just prolongs.
We did well. That exactly, because then in a woman's mind, it's an emotional.
Was it
attachment.
awkward, Robin, at your party, the house party, when you had everyone to your home, to have to fake it that you guys were together? Like, was there a discussion?
Well, we weren't. We hadn't really.
Figured it all out.
That wasn't. We didn't necessarily know that was going on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We knew we had problems, but it wasn't like we were saying, "Oh, it's over," but we're going to stay together for this party or anything like that.
Talking about your house down the shore party? God, that's funny because that's when I really was bitching to you guys at the table about my situation, and you were going through that. I remember really because I wasn't.
Yeah, you were downright suicidal.
I didn't take Dana to that party, and it was odd, and I was like, I remember particularly cornering Howard and Beth.
Bob Levy is on the air. Yes, Bob.
Wow, this is great news, man. I like to be the first one to throw my hat in the ring to try to bang Robin now.
What about dating Bob Levy, Robin? Is that ever going to happen?
You know what? Again, give me some time. It will take a little while before
Bob Levy and
I'm
Robin
ready
Quivers.
For Bob.
Do you mind? I tell you, those lines of coke would look great on your black ass.
Wow.
I love the contrast.
Great.
Yes,
and I'll go racing with you. We'll be doing coke. We'll be up all the weekend. Come on, Robin. Give it a go.
He'll take you right down that path.
The only thing whiter than the coke Bob gets is his hair.
Did you find you're not attracted to Bob at all, Robin?
I love his comedy.
Right. Did you and Mr. X try counseling at all?
No, he's not. That's when I sort of knew that there was no, he's not into that at all. That was made clear very, very early.
I don't want to sound
in our relationship. Either a relationship works or it doesn't.
I don't want to sound prejudiced because this is true of a lot of Italian guys too. You don't see a lot of brothers in counseling.
Doesn't happen.
That ain't a man's world right there.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Well, you've thrown your hat. You're the first one to throw your hat in the ring.
All of Bubba's staff was willing to. I was in almost a gangbang before I was out of there.
Anybody on
Spice Boy?
Yeah, you've said you're attracted to this place.
Now, you don't suspect that Mr. X is with another woman at this point, do you?
It really wouldn't bother me if he was.
Come on.
It wouldn't. I don't.
I'll be honest, a little
I'm
bit.
being honest, Artie. You don't know how long this has been going on. I mean, I really think we could just be friends at this point, and I wouldn't mind hearing...
Would you set him up on a date?
Sure.
You would?
Yeah. You got anybody you want to torture?
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a joke. A joke.
No, this is, I'll tell you what. This is, okay, here's a great question.
Am I supposed to be funny here?
You're a scream.
Here's a great question, though. That night when me and Dana and Howard and Beth went out with you guys to Per Se.
Yeah.
And I thought Mr. X was being a riot that night.
You enjoyed the heck out of it.
I did, but Howard in particular thought he was being rude. You said, "No, I don't care." You shushed it off like you don't care. Did stuff like that bug you? Was that one of the things that really bugged you?
Well, I put up with it for a long while because there were other wonderful things about the relationship. But after those wonderful things start to go away and that's still there, it begins to be obnoxious.
I like Mr. X very much. I do. He's a very, very nice guy and funny guy, and I always enjoy being with him. But when Robin took me to this dinner at a very expensive place, and you were there.
I was there. Unbelievable.
Okay. And we're sitting and eating this unbelievably beautiful meal. And he was complaining the whole time in Robin's ear as she's eating.
Well, not in her ear.
I don't want to be here.
To the whole
he would have a megaphone.
Why did you make me come to this? Oh, my God. The portions are too small. I'm having a bad time. And I went... Wow. And afterwards I said, gee, I know it was done in a joking way, but poor Robin spent a fortune on this thing, and she was just trying to enjoy the evening. So, it's like...
it's not like you have to eat this way every night.
Like, to me, the worst thing you could do to me is take me to, like, a Broadway show or to the ballet or something like that. But if I went, I'd sit there and I'd just, take it, if I was doing it for somebody.
You put on a brave face.
Right. So I said, gee, I don't know how Robin is she's tuning it out, but I could tell it must be something irking her.
That's like sort of tantamount to how different we are. I love doing that.
No, here's the difference. The difference is, even if you didn't love doing it, you would put your heart into it for the other person. if you cared about them. In other
sure,
words,
but
right.
and I wouldn't torture somebody
Right.
to, in what they love. That's true.
That's right.
But also, there was something we did not too long ago. And we all had a wonderful time. No. We all didn't do anal.
Good for you.
I'm talking about when we went to Tampa.
Yes, that was
for
great.
Bubba's wedding. We had the greatest time.
Yes, we did.
And it was really the last, I guess, social event that Mr. X and I attended together. We took Tom and Penelope out to dinner.
Yes.
And I'm telling them all about that weekend and what a great time we had and how wonderful it was and how much fun it was to hang out with everybody and do whatever we did down there. And I said, yeah. He said, you really enjoyed it? I said, yeah, I had a great time.
It was great.
And he said, would I have enjoyed it? I said, not a second.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's it. We don't want to do the same things at all.
What does he do? What
I have
fun
no
does he
idea
have?
anymore.
He's a
What does
guy.
he- what does he
Guys,
do
what
all
do they
day?
do? It's like
He likes the Mets. He goes to baseball games. He watches baseball. He loves to talk baseball. He likes
Right.
basketball.
He's a guy. You do that
He
with guys.
plays chess occasionally. You know, he loves jazz. So, he's always sitting with a pair of headphones on
I
and
see.
smoking his pipe.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Boy, he sounds like a real dick, Robin.
Yeah. Sounds like my kind of guy.
What's his number?
That's what I said. The guy's a great guy.
I mean, take away the Mets, everything's
he
perfect.
is a guy's guy.
Yeah.
But,
I could do all of those things.
You forget about the other hilarious thing Mr. X did. This is years ago now at a dinner. Remember, we were at some dinner, again, a Robin event. I believe it was one of your birthday parties at Union Pacific.
Right.
At Rocco DeSpirito place where Mr. X poured the water on Stuttering John.
That was great.
John's farting at the table.
Yeah.
I still can't...
Mr. X got up and poured water all over John, and I said, what happened?
Good
He goes,
for him.
He goes, he's farting on the table. I'm sitting right next to the guy.
He did have funny lines because he said, I thought he was on fire.
Yeah, well, and then somebody, everybody was with their new cameras. They had just come out where you could instantly see that digital thing, that clear thing. So Howard, it was when you had that camera. Remember you fucking went on that thing, you were taking everybody's picture.
Right.
Howard takes one of Mr. X and remember, you didn't realize what happened through the screen. Mr. X put a knife right up to her.
Right.
That's
right.
right.
Up to Robin's throat, and he did it so clandestine.
Yes, you wouldn't know unless you looked at the picture.
You want to know
Robin's
something?
got a
I
big
got to tell
smile
you.
on her face, and he's like this with the knife.
It was funny.
And we were laughing like crazy.
It was funny when I looked at the pictures because I didn't notice.
Oh, you
that
were
he did it.
laughing your ass off.
But I did say to Beth, I said, you know what? I don't
That's
know about
hostile.
this relationship. He put a knife to Robin's throat in the picture. It can't be going well. Maybe I knew back then. Who knows?
I mean, I guess we were.
That was the
Who knows?
beginning of the end.
Jared, you're on the air in Manchester, New Hampshire.
That was funny, though.
Howard, I think we're getting away from the issue here. She was dropping that news on the Bubba show. What is
Right.
going on with that?
Look, I love Bubba. Obviously, Bubba works on my channels, and it's all one big happy family. But it would have been the right thing to do
I agree.
to do it here.
Well, what's next?
Well, I knew there would be
show?
there wouldn't be this kind of discussion on the Bubba show.
You know what
Wow.
sucks? This guy had a joke that he worked on for 30 minutes, and you stepped
I
all
just
over
stepped
it.
on it. What was it,
What was
sir?
the line?
I said, what's next? She's going to say she's a lesbian on the Pharrell show?
That's
Very
even
good.
funny the second time around. Good for you. Out of respect for the joke, I had to let you do it again.
Who's going to hit 300 first? You or Tom Glavine?
Oh.
That's a great joke. I gotta say, good sports reference. But fuck off and die. I got a
think
feeling
Gary would like that one.
I got a feeling I might hit 755 before Bonds.
Jim, what is it?
Howard, hey now.
Hey now.
First of all, Robin, you and George Lucas have anything going?
No.
Are you dating George
She
Lucas?
was defending him vividly.
Vividly?
Vividly.
He's like Bubba now.
Oh, vehemently. I'm sorry, vehemently. Vividly.
Uh-oh, the calls are coming in.
What?
Everyone wants to date Robin. Hi, sir.
Hello, Howard.
All right.
I found out about you, Bob. I heard you're single.
Yes, Gary, I am.
Can I come and date you, baby?
Hey, you remember when you and Robin had phone sex?
Yeah.
You guys were a pretty hot couple.
Yep.
See, I needed you then, Eric. I mean, Gary.
Whatever.
You needed me then, huh?
You want to go out with her, huh?
Yeah, we go out with her. Get me back there.
Yeah, we got to get him in here for your date.
Yes.
Have you ever dated a retarded man?
No, I have not.
You have not?
No.
Are retarded guys good in bed, Gary? Are you retarded guys good in bed?
Yep, they're good in bed.
Do they come into their underpants or do they?
No.
No.
When you pleasure yourself, how do you do it?
I don't do like Jeff the Rabbit's name is.
What do you do?
I rub my knee into the pillow.
I do not.
Do you mind going out to restaurants?
Will you go to the theater with
Will
me?
you go to the theater with Robin?
No.
Will you give up a Met game here?
Wait a second. You won't go to the.
I like the Mets.
You won't go to the theater with Robin?
Yeah, I'll go to the theater.
Oh, you will. All right. So you're not going to sit in the house.
No.
No, you're going to go out and do things with her.
Do things with her.
Will you take me dancing?
Yeah.
Because Mr. X, she says, while he was a great guy, he wasn't taking her to enough things.
Yeah, I heard about it. Someone called me, but I can't say who it was.
How would you? I got to play. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going into these commercials. I'm going to play you and Gary having phone
our
sex.
great moment. Wow, Gary, you're all excited.
Gary, will you take Robin out and eat your own shit at the table?
No.
Hey, retard!
Hey, oh man, I got your movie. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's big with the retarded community, actually.
I got your movie, so thank you for sending it to me.
No, you're welcome, Gary.
Especially that baseball thing. That was funny as hell.
Where is it?
What was the movie about? Tell us.
Something about baseball.
I sent them Field of Dreams.
Where's Robin and Gary having phone sex, Gary? Fafa.
What?
Fafa.
Papa.
Fafa fooey.
Now we're getting it. Hold on.
Yes. Fafa. Fafa.
Papa.
Baba Fafa.
Gary.
Papa.
You fucking shut up. Gary preview page 1.
Hey, he's my boyfriend. Don't yell at him.
Yeah, right.
Don't be hard at my gooping, you weirdo.
What? What is wrong with you?
Hello.
Gary.
Yes.
It's Richard.
Hey, Richard, what's up?
Guess where I'm at?
Where you at?
I'm at Robin's house.
What are you doing over there?
She's having a barbecue.
A barbecue?
Yeah. She actually wanted to talk to you. Do you want to talk to her real quick?
Yeah, let me talk to her.
Okay, here's Robin, Gary.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Robin.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up?
This is Robin Quivers.
I know it's Robin Quivers.
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. So what you been up to?
I hope you don't mind, but I've been telling everyone you're my sister.
What? Your sister?
Yes.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
No?
I just want you to know that I love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, right there.
Gary.
What?
I'm on the other line. You're not going to believe this. Robin just pulled her pants down, and she's playing with herself.
Yeah, I know, I heard.
Do you think we might be going a little too far?
Hey, we can go far as we want.
How romantic.
Are you having fun, baby?
Yes.
Oh. Baby. Love your titties.
Ooh.
Love your tits. Love the big boobies.
Oh, yeah, right
Love the
there.
big boobies, baby. Squeeze the milk out and taste the milk.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Do it. Squeeze the milk out. Play with your vagina. Play with your vagina.
Yeah, right
Play with
there.
it. Play with that vagina, baby. Play with it. Hey, Robin, I want you.
I want to see you twice a week. Let me warn you, I'm very good at what I do, and I'm very expensive. My fee is $70 a session.
Okay, I want you.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
No problem. It's time for me to go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
So, take care of yourself, Robin.
Bye.
Bye. Try to keep in touch with me.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you, sweetheart.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
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 I think he might be better on phone sex than I am.
He's great.
Great, Eddie. He takes right over.
You're quite a lover boy.
Yeah, you hung up on me, Howard.
Of course I hung up on you. I'm done with you.
I didn't know.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, get me back out there again.
Gary?
Hi.
Gary.
What?
This is Robin.
Hi, Robin.
I just want to tell you, when you had that phone sex with me,
Right?
I loved it.
Did what?
I love you.
Love you too.
What are you naked?
I can't wait. I can't wait to come back to see Robin in New York.
I want you to lick me. When you come to New York, will you lick me?
No, I licked Robin.
No, me, Robin.
Yeah.
Lick me.
All right.
Hey, Gar.
That's getting weird. I hung up on him.
Gar? Oh.
Sorry.
I wanted to keep tormenting him.
All right.
Yes,
Could I
Greg.
ask you briefly about today's events?
Today's events? What would those be?
Well, your big announcement that you're
It wasn't
now...
an announcement.
Oh, well, your acknowledgement to Howard.
Just talking to some friends, and you happen to overhear.
Why did you hold out for so long to tell Howard?
Because I felt it was, a rather private thing. It wasn't like a big cataclysmic breakup. We didn't have an on-again, off-again thing like, Artie was going through. Because I think that's what went on with Artie. They'd break up. They were having lots of fights. There was a lot of stuff going on to report on. Ours was just dying very quietly. And, for a while, you're not even sure. You're not sure what you're going to do, but you're not sure that you're going to break up. You're just sort of going through it. It wasn't really explosive at all.
So because it's so gradual, you just kind of pick the right moment to sort of bring it up. It's not like hey, we had a big fight last night and it's all over.
Right. No, there was nothing like that.
Now, what about some of your solicitations from some of the single members of the, fans of the show? Like
Well,
Gary
I'm
the
definitely
Retard?
going to call Gary the Retard. Definitely. He'll be getting a call from me. I think he should have the first shot.
What does it take to woo Robin Quivers?
Lots of money.
Doesn't this look good?
Is this the next couple?
I think there's something brewing here. All right, Robin. Well, was it tough though talking about that on the air because that's sort of like the...
Well, again, it was like, geez, I haven't even said we've had problems. There was no build-up. So it became like, sometimes situations would come up on the air where people were talking about, and I was like, I can't even join these conversations because I really haven't said anything, and, it became like, God, I feel like I'm lying to everybody. And so I finally said, you know what, I got to stop this. I need my life back in order. I need to be able to tell the truth. So I said, it's time for me to just reveal that.
So now it's a weight has been lifted off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, good luck with Gary and the possibility.
Are you free? No.
Yes, I definitely am. I most certainly am.
Let's go make out in the back room.
Oh boy.
Hands off my.
Angie's wanted me for a long time.
Hands off my lady.
Let's go. Let's go make out.
I tell you, the whole Bubba crew was fighting over me last night.
Really?
This crew.
You're a hot commodity all of a sudden. Look at you.
I got a lot of email about Alec Baldwin and playing the tape and everything, and I told you I was kind of mixed on whether to play it.
You were on the fence.
I really was, and a lot of people disagreed with me that Alec Baldwin is wrong in this, but I said they're both wrong, and the kid is the victim, and I like Alec a lot, but I gotta, listen, when I hear a tape like that.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message for you right now, because again, it's 10:30 here in New York on a Wednesday, and once again, I made an ass of myself trying to get you a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes for me to make the phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing, and I go and I make that phone call at 11 o'clock in the morning in New York, and if you don't pick up the phone, at 10 o'clock at night, and you don't even have that goddamn phone turned on. I want you to know something, okay? I'm tired of playing this game with you. I'm leaving this message with you to tell you, you have insulted me for the last time. You have insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being. I don't give a damn that you're 12 years old or 11 years old or that you're a child whether your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass who doesn't care about what you do as far as I'm concerned. You have humiliated me for the last time with this phone. And when I come out there next week, I'm going to fly out there for the day just to straighten you out on this issue. I'm going to let you know just how disappointed in you I am and how angry I am with you that you've done this to me again. You've made me feel like shit, and you've made me feel like a fool over and over and over again. And this crap you pull on me with this goddamn phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother, and you do it to me constantly and over again. I am going to get on a plane, and I'm going to come out there for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me? I'm going to really make sure you get it. Then I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come home. So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
To replay this message.
I say, Brian, you're on the air, and I don't hear anything.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
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 Hey, I'm glad you picked up because I can do this total Alec Baldwin thing.
By memory?
Yeah, by memory. I memorized the whole thing.
Hey, Artie, if I gave you the entire Alec Baldwin... Artie's got this incredible memory. That's what makes him like such a good actor, too, because he can just memorize lines. If I gave you the whole Alec Baldwin speech, how long would it take for you to...
I don't know. I have no idea.
You could probably do it in a minute, right?
I don't know if that fast. I could probably memorize it, sure. I don't know.
I'm better than Artie.
Can you take like a commercial break and know it?
Possibly.
I'm like Artie does with The Godfather. I can do it, but I mean, I'm pitch perfect. I sound exactly like it.
Here's Alec Baldwin.
Well, you could also do a good impression of it, too, you're saying.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's hear it. Go ahead.
Spot on. Okay. Dry oatmeal. Hold on. Okay.
You got that memorized.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message.
Wow, you're good. Get off my phone.
Hey, I think I got some of this down if you want to try me.
Go ahead.
All right, I got to...
You want to do it with a megaphone or...
It's up
like through a phone?
Well, I'm not, you know, it's
Give
funny.
That effect?
Let me explain my process when I work. I try to memorize it first and then get like a character voice down and try to like say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Artie Lang doing his interpretation of the Alec Baldwin phone call.
So there are several steps to the process.
Yeah, and let me remind you that he is not using a sheet of paper in front of him.
This is
It takes several steps to get dirty work in The Bachelor.
I see.
All right.
The amazing part is that he memorizes within minutes. Go ahead.
I want you to know something, okay? And I want to leave this message for you right now. Because, again, it's 10:30 in the morning here in New York on a Wednesday. And once again, I have made an ass out of myself trying to get to a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes to make that phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing to make the call, and at 11 o'clock in the morning here in New York, you're not there to pick up the phone. At 10 o'clock in the evening, and I call, and you don't even have the goddamn phone turned on! I want to tell you something, okay? I am done playing this game with you. All right? I'm leaving this message to tell you that you have insulted me for the last time. You've insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being, and I don't care if you're 12 years old or 11 or a child or whatever, and I don't care that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass and clearly doesn't care what you do as far as I'm concerned. I'm telling you, you have humiliated me for the last time. And next week, I am going to fly out there, and I'm going to straighten you out on this issue. I am going to fly out there, and I am going to tell you just how disappointed in you I am. I'm going to tell you how angry I am with you for doing this to me once again. You have made a fool out of me, and you have pulled this stuff over and over me, stuff you would never dream of pulling with your mother. You do with me constantly. okay? And I'm going to fly out there next week, and I am going to straighten your ass out. And I'm going to make sure that you really get it. I'm going to make sure that you know what a rude, thoughtless little pig you really are. Do you understand? You're a rude, thoughtless pig. So be ready on Friday the 20th, because I'm coming out there. I'm going to tell you this, then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to fly right back home. You are a rude, thoughtless pig.
All right, I got to say something.
Oh, that was great.
Now, first of all, there's nothing like watching you work with a picture of Elliot Offen over your head.
That was pretty much. I surprised myself there.
Let
that
me
was
tell you
pretty
something.
much-
That was incredibly good. I'd pay to see that on Broadway.
You know what? I'm looking at that and I'm saying that's every bit the kind of rant you would just die to see in a movie.
Now, here's why you're a genius. Here's why you're a genius.
What?
You're a genius. I'm telling you. The fact, forget the memorization there.
Right.
Now, you did it in your own voice, but yet you became Alec Baldwin. What process did you go through to get to that?
I would just. Gary points this out a lot, and it's very perceptive of him. Like Fred is a brilliant guy at doing impersonations.
A mimic.
I am not. I'm not good at impressions. I'm good at mimicking. Like, I'm good at getting a cadence down or picking out one little thing that might be funny about someone and just doing it repeatedly.
Yeah.
And, I just try to, even at Mad TV, like, I would get away with it because the impression, if it wasn't dead on, it would at least be funny.
Now, explain something to me. How many times did you read that over in order to memorize it?
I glanced at it about 3 or 4 times during.
Do you read it all the way through?
The first thing I do is read the whole thing all the way through. The other thing I do is I take it by paragraph and I write down with a pen the first line of each paragraph because that's like a bullet point,
right.
And it kicks off as long. The hardest part, believe it or not, is remembering the first line of a paragraph or a monologue, because after I get that the last word in that sentence to me can kick off the whole rest of the thing. And it's
Jesus.
like, again,
But
what I just did. The reason I get a lot of acting work in Hollywood is not producers care less about acting talent and more if you can do what I just did, because you don't waste any time. And I'm like, look, I may not be Brando, but I guarantee you will never be late on the day. I'll get my take in 2 takes. You can get to the stars close up, and we're out of here.
You know what? I'm also thinking that should become somebody's set piece. Like when they go to auditions and they
it's
just
a great
want
monologue.
them to do something.
Well, he wrote a nasty thing to Rob Schneider.
Yeah, they were going back and forth. They were fighting.
Rob Schneider was bashing Cougar Town.
Yeah.
Or Cougar Town fans. So he took issue with that.
Can't get any writing done on Cougar Town because I'm searching for one funny moment in your last 600 movies. Wish me luck. Bill and Krista Lauren. Krista is a actress on Cougar Town. Bill writes it. But I know Eric the actor wants another acting role.
Yes.
But I think I might have one for him. But let's first talk to Bill and Krista.
All right.
Bill, Krista, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Howard.
What's happening?
Hi, guys.
Now,
Hi there.
First of all, let me tell you that Cougar Town is leaving ABC, but it's going to another channel, right?
Yeah, it's you can't kill one of my shows, Howard. It's on TBS.
TBS.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, that is good. I mean,
Yeah, you do whatever you can to stay alive,
How'd you pull that off, by the way?
It's a smoke and mirrors thing, a little bit.
No, come on, be honest. How did you get that done?
You know what? The real thing is I did a deal so that TBS is part owner of the show now. So if the show ever syndicates, they get some money too.
Right, so everybody's happy.
Yeah.
And I know Bill and Krista very well. They're a great couple.
You did a photo session or something.
I did.
Yeah, it's really weird. I never ever hear about that.
I did an erotic photo session with Krista, and it was very erotic.
Yes.
And she looked beautiful. And
Thank you.
We're still fighting about that because one of the pictures is a gift for me. It's up in my bathroom, and my kids have officially reached an age that now when we come home, sometimes they are trying to find reasons with their friends to be in my bathroom.
Yeah, Bill's favorite picture that I took of his wife has Krista's titty involved.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Bill's nervous that the kids will see it.
but they don't really care. I feel like they're kind of bored of it, and they don't care. And then I was going to take it down, and Bill protested.
Yeah, I think the problem is that Bill's afraid, like, their friends will come over and see it.
Right.
And then that gets weird. But I think it's a beautiful picture. And what's the big deal with Titty? Anyway,
it's art, right? It's art.
It's my art.
I think you can get elected president on that platform. Just what's the big deal with titties?
What is the big deal with titties? What's
but
titties
also
got?
because we have it, I have one at the beach, the one that's on my Twitter page, which you don't see anything. And Bill said, I feel like there's one in the bathroom, and that one, even though you don't see anything, it still looks like you don't have a top on.
Yeah, like with Krista, I started taking some pictures of her, and within 2 seconds I had her in lingerie, and then I had her naked.
Boy, you work fast.
I do.
Our first date.
It's awesome. Yeah, right. Yeah, I got more off of my first date with Krista than Bill did.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. But hey, listen, she's a beautiful woman, and she needed to be photographed, and who better to do it than me? I'm a photography expert. But the exciting part is when I had Bill and Krista over my house, in the middle of naked photograph stuff.
Yeah.
I said, what about Eric the actor? And the conversation got even stranger because Bill and Krista were open to it because they're fans of the show.
Uh-huh.
But they were also kind of like, well, maybe Ronnie the limo driver would be better.
Oh.
So they're...
So it's turned into a family. Let's be honest, because you guys are nice enough to call and to mention the show, and last year. And by the way, you have a very powerful fan base. You know, since I get my Twitter is basically reading different responses from Ronnie Munn's fan network about how he has to be on television.
But your Twitter appears to also be in fights with Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
What happened there? I mean, listen to this tweet that Bill put out about Rob Schneider, and I like Rob. Can't get any writing done on Cougar Town today because I'm searching for one funny moment in your last 600 movies. Wish me luck.
But did you read what he said first?
No, I don't.
No, look, you don't have to defend me. Look, I rarely attack people personally on Twitter. And, the weird thing about Twitter is it's like a bunch of people telling on each other. And I guess he was watching baseball playoffs and thought there were too many Cougar Town commercials.
Right.
So he started tweeting about what a shitty show it was. Having never seen it.
Yeah.
And just being a dick a little bit. And so I decided to say that in return. And then and I'm still not good enough at Twitter that you don't realize that then the next 24 hours of your life is every fan of his hassling you and every fan of yours hassling him.
Yeah, it's a Twitter war.
Yeah,
but you have to like Deuce Bigelow. And you have to like that one where he goes to jail and he Big Stan.
Big Ron, yeah.
Big Stan.
Because they're so different.
Yeah, right. So you're in an actual Twitter war.
No, I use a really decent guy. First of all, I felt horrible that I saw his feed and there's people just constantly harassing him, giving him shit. We got a very loyal fan base, which is nice, and he does too. And he was nice enough to kind of put it to an end, and I did as well.
By the way, this career of yours, this what would you call it? A comedy writer, right? Like a
sitcom
writer.
I started as a comedy writer, but now I mostly create TV shows.
This seems like a very good career, and a lot of people in my audience are unemployed. This seems like something fun to get into.
Is this what you're suggesting to people to end unemployment?
Yeah, I mean, you should see Bill and Krista have a beautiful home, and they're doing really well.
Just be a comedy writer.
Bill, just quickly tell us how we too can become comedy writers. What's the first show you worked on?
Look, you just got to get yourself to Los Angeles and say you want to do it.
Yeah, but after that, like, what show did you get on?
No, I did a bunch of crappy shows when I was 21, and your career changes really based.
What were your crappy shows that you did?
I was on a show called Champs. I was on a show called Billy, which was embarrassing because no one saw it. It was also my name, and the executive producer of that show gave me a jean jacket that said Billy on the pocket. Well, I don't know where it is. I'd just be a guy that wears a jacket with his name on the pocket with a little heart over the eye.
So you were a funny guy. Let me get this right? Do we need to go to college to be one of these comedy writers?
No one really asks you, to tell you the truth.
Right. Little known fact, by the way.
No one asks you if you went to school.
Little known fact that Bill Lawrence. Okay, hear that last name, Lawrence?
Yes.
Sarah Lawrence. You ever hear of that college?
Yes.
Bill started that college.
That is my great-great-grandma.
Yeah, his great-great-grandma. How's that?
Wow.
Not bad, huh?
So he's got college in his blood.
You got college in your blood.
There you go.
No, but in all seriousness, so what you have to do is get on a couple of shitty shows first.
You come out here, you wait tables, and you write as much as you possibly can, and then if you're lucky at all, you get an agent to you probably had to grab an agent too. But
what was your first big show? Spin City?
No, my first big show was I was a staff writer on it. I got hired on the first year of that show, Friends, and
on Friends,
and because of that, the same people that wouldn't even give me jobs 6 months before were suddenly like, "Hey, we've always been huge fans of you, even though we would never talk to you before."
Oh, that's it.
That's how Hollywood works, and I got lucky because of that, and then got to create my own show, and I created Spin City and Scrubs, and now Cougar Town.
Is that how you guys met? Like through Courtney or something?
No, we met. I created Spin City, and Krista was on Drew. And so we always had to be at the same type of ABC TV events and stuff. And
how long did it take you to get into your wife's pants?
It was horrible, man. She was really the first woman that I was ever friends with before I dated, because she was.
How long did it take you before you were actually having intercourse with her?
A year.
Wow.
Because she, when I met her, she was dating. I met her on a day that I had heard her on your show that morning with Drew.
And who was she dating?
She was dating a tiny actor.
Who?
Don't you
Who were you dating at the time?
That guy,
Danny DeVito.
Trod from Danny DeVito, from who played Miles Silverberg on Murphy Brown.
Yeah, he used to ride around.
Oh,
he would ride around like on Krista's shoulders.
Oh, so Krista, you were fucking that guy.
And I was in a relationship. I said I can't. I'm going to be breaking up with him soon, but I'm not broken up with him yet.
You know what?
Wow.
She's not telling you, Howard. This is true. That he was. You helped me out. He was the day that I met Krista. He was upset because she was on your show with Drew, and he didn't think that she had behaved well.
Oh.
And so she had to show up at an ABC function that night by herself. And that was the night that I met her.
Douchebag move on his part.
He blew it.
Yeah, I don't like what you said on the show. Shut up.
Right.
Please.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He let you go out alone.
Yeah, right.
And I remember it was pouring rain, and ABC flies you there and lets you bring, if you're dating someone. So he came with me to do the upfronts, and he wouldn't go with me downtown. I was like, all right. And I walked in, and
Bill was there.
And Alan Ruck, who was on Spin City, said, "Oh, come over and meet everybody on our show." And Bill stood up and was so cute. And
did Bill give you the salami that night?
No.
Oh.
But I flirted with him.
No, she did, man. I worked this for like 6 months, and she was still in L.A., and I was in New York.
Wow.
And I called, and one time, this is the most embarrassing story of my life. All right, I called, and she said, "Hey, I decided to date a comedy writer," and I thought she was talking about me. And I was like, "Oh, cool." She said, "Yeah, I think you know him." I'm like, "Oh, I bet I do." And
that was some other guy.
Yeah, she said some other guy's name.
Wow. Well, hey, you did well.
Yeah, I did all right.
I'll tell you, this comedy writing's good. You get to, marry a piece of ass like Krista. You get you get paid big money. Yeah. It's a good career for a lot of these guys in my audience who are currently unemployed. And you see these sitcoms, you can do it.
They should do it.
Yeah, just write some jokes.
Yeah.
So everybody's a comedy writer now.
There is. Everybody out the same amount of people that say they're screenwriters or movie writers.
I can't believe how much work you put into banging Krista. All I did was invite her over for a photo session.
Yeah, in retrospect, that would have been a huge time saver.
You're not kidding.
Pictures.
Photography will get you laid. Now, listen, this Cougar Town, let's talk about this. It's moving from ABC. Bill and Krista obviously care about this project. They also care about this show. Let me get Eric the actor on the phone. Dude, you there?
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Eric.
Bill and Krista were over my house. I just want you to understand this, Eric. Every time you put me down and every time you badmouth me, when they were over, I go, hey, what about Eric the actor maybe making an appearance on your show? I put it out there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But he won't remember this as long as this phone call lasts.
Let me remind you, Krista's naked in my room, and I'm pitching you for the show. Okay?
Hey, Howard, I'll tell you the truth, because part of the reason we were happy to do this is Chris and I have been arguing about it because, I said ultimately, hey, we were trying to promote the show, and whoever we said could be on it should be on it. And Krista feels that because of you have to pay for bad behavior, and maybe Eric shouldn't be on the show because of consequences to the way that you act.
But you know what it is? First of all, let's review. Eric is deadly on these shows. You know that. I mean, you got to... I was just listening to a tape of him on some wrestling show, and I mean, they won't even show him on camera. Like, they keep him on, like, a ISDN line or something.
Like, the wrestling audience is afraid of him.
Yeah.
And also, by the way,
What'd you say, Eric?
It was Skype.
Oh, you were on Skype?
Skype.
I couldn't see you.
I wasn't a huge fan of the soda incident either, personally, as an executive producer, because, it's just really about every day you're slammed, and it's really about trying to get the work done.
That's the other thing. If you go with Eric, just be prepared that there's going to be all sort of hassle, like getting him there. Then all of a sudden he has his doctor's appointment he can't change. Then he wants soda. I mean, but like, where's I didn't get my 2 liters of Pepsi. I mean,
yeah, he's ready to sue.
Eric, are you going to be a nightmare and you're going to threaten to sue people?
No, I will not.
Right. Now, what kind of part are we talking about? Now, you guys are actually thinking of maybe using Ronnie the limo driver instead of Eric, right?
By the way, every time I'm up at your show, Ronnie Mund could not be more professional and gracious.
And Ronnie's very popular right now, Krista.
Very popular. But I was talking to Bill. I was like, really, not even joking, aren't there sometimes consequences for bad behavior? Last week, Eric, I think you called Howard a jackass.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but we fight because I feel, without being totally candid, we're trying to do something that'll promote and help the show, and Krista feels that what we're trying to do is teach Eric a lesson about how he behaves.
Right, you got to decide where you sit. Now, let me ask you something, Bill. You're the writer, and you obviously will write the part, and we'll decide whether it's going to go to Eric or Ronnie, and Ronnie's here now, but I believe whatever part it is, they should get a makeout scene with Krista.
It's okay with me.
Just tell one of them to bring a camera.
I'm being serious. Would you ever write that?
I would probably feel okay about writing that.
Yeah,
for
I'm
Ronnie.
not going to do that.
Oh, you are going to do it because let's have something hot go down and where people are really going to want to tune in, right, Eric?
Why don't you do it with Courtney?
What do you mean?
We'll have Courtney make out with someone.
No.
By the way, I love that my wife's comfortable promising that Courtney will make out with Eric the actor.
All right, either you or Courtney has to make out. Like let's do something fun. Ronnie, will you be up for something like that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got
I'm ready, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do you want the role?
Yeah.
Eric,
sure.
You want the role?
My
right?
guy on Twitter's been promoting me. Munfan Network has been promoting this guy's show like for 6 months already.
Yeah, I feel. I got to be honest. I feel on some level like I owe Ronnie for the work that his people have done
promoting the show.
Yeah, and so I think that ultimately, you're just deciding whether or not Eric has behaved in a way that he's allowed to do it as well.
Krista, would you make out with a guy with a Buffalo Bill mustache?
Well, I'm married on the show, but there is a very cute blonde girl named Busy Phillips on the show.
No, you don't pass this off to Busy. It's either going to be you.
I'll do whatever Bill wants, but I am married on the show.
Bill, what is the role you have in mind, and then let's make a decision whether it's going to go to Ronnie or Eric.
Not knowing, let's be honest. I don't think that given a week I could think of a role that they could both play.
You don't have something in mind?
No, meaning that...
depends on who gets the job.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Now, you feel either guy can be written into the show, and I'm begging you, make it some sort of romantic thing. Either with
I will make it something other than just a person that says, one line that you fly by. I'll make it something titillating.
Could it be something outrageous like where Ronnie and Eric are a gay couple on the show and we put them both on?
Ooh. I think
I'm not making out with Eric.
Yeah.
Come here, you midget.
Eric, will you ever play a gay on TV?
How many times are you going to ask me this? And the question, the answer never changes. No.
If it's Ronnie, though, who's your gay lover?
No.
No. Ronnie, you would not be opposed to playing gay on TV, right?
I'll play.
I think Ronnie knows you shouldn't limit yourself. You know, I mean, it's any actor can play any part, Howard. That's part of being a.
That's part of being an actor.
Right,
yeah, we keep telling Eric that.
Well, Eric doesn't understand. That doesn't mean he's gay. It means that.
What is Eric's idea of a part?
Yeah, Eric, what would you like to play on Cougar Town?
Maybe there's like a new neighbor to the area.
Mm-hmm. Can Eric play a neighbor to, let's say, Krista or Courtney?
Well, yeah, Krista and Courtney on the show live next to each other, and they are selling the other house that lives next to the two of them because it used to be where Courtney's boyfriend lived.
What if Krista's?
Why don't we make it into a Playboy house?
What if Krista's having a baby and then she walks out and Eric is the baby, like she's carrying around one of those baby things.
That's her new baby.
That's her new baby. Like, oh yeah, you know.
I mean, he'd have to be really willing to do some kind of wardrobe type thing. Maybe
Eric,
only a diaper.
Would you be willing to play a baby?
No.
No. Wow. That's unbelievable.
He's the worst actor. He can only play certain parts.
How about? I know. I mean, Ronnie will play whatever you want him to.
Yeah,
you want to be a baby?
Yeah. What the hell?
What do you care? Baby with a big Buffalo Bill mustache.
Yeah, exactly. As long as I get to make out with somebody.
Can I say something actually honest? You know, even though we're having fun with this, I mean, Ronnie as a performer is, you know, he's not closing any doors. He's keeping literally every option open.
Right.
You know, I've never met an actor that has worked less, that has more very specific demands.
Well, I got some plot lines here. Eric, let's say, like he's homeless, and he moves into Krista's garage, but he moves into like a shoebox, and then she almost throws him out in the garbage because she's cleaning out the garage, and all of a sudden she realizes that in the shoebox is Eric. What do you think of that plot line? You know. Or better yet, Krista's ex-boyfriend.
What are you saying?
Krista's ex-boyfriend from the past comes, and it's Eric. And she's like embarrassed because it proves that she was not like the hot chick in high school or something like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Eric, would you play that?
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. Like Krista keeps trying to describe you as a friend, but meanwhile she's not admitting you are a boyfriend.
Right.
Oh, he'd love that part.
What about, would you wear a parrot costume and pretend to be Krista's parrot? Seriously, I'm being serious.
No.
You would not?
No.
All right.
No. Ronnie, would you do that?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, you would dress, Ronnie, would you dress in a parrot
Whatever
costume?
you want.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do
Who
that?
Who gives a shit?
How much fun would that be?
That's the attitude of a working actor.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, why wouldn't you play a parrot that lives in Krista's house? Recurring role. You know, it's like, wow, this is my parrot.
This is what I don't understand, Howard. I got plenty of buddies out here that are just struggling actors, and one of them, you know, he got a hemorrhoids commercial, you know, in which he has to be on TV talking about his horrible hemorrhoids.
And so what?
That's just a paycheck, you know?
You're damn right. Nobody thinks he has real hemorrhoids, does
Eric, would you do that?
Would you play a hemorrhoid? Eric, you really wouldn't play a parrot. You really wouldn't.
I would play a person, not an animal.
All right. And Ronnie, you say you will play a parrot.
I don't care.
All right.
Eric, so if you were going to do, they were making The Wizard of Oz, you couldn't play the Scarecrow? Or the lion?
I'd do that.
Oh, that you do.
What's the difference?
Right.
Yeah, it's an animal.
And you're on a top show, Cougar Town, with Krista and Courtney. I mean, oh my God, that's a dream come true for you. And Busy Phillips.
Think of how starstruck you'll be.
You'll probably see Krista naked.
Ooh.
And we have our craft service. They have a truck full of soda.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Pepsi?
It's full of soda.
Pepsi.
It's got to be Pepsi.
I'm just saying.
How about Eric's actually there and a real cougar comes to Cougar Town and eats Eric?
Easy.
Bill, do you think you have said, you've gone on record as saying you feel the name of the show hurt the show?
Yeah.
Really? Why? Cougar Town? That's a good name.
You know what is the way network TV works nowadays is, you know, you need kind of a hook a little bit to sell it.
Sure.
I thought it was a I thought it was a funny hook to sell the show, and then we kind of ditched the whole idea of Courtney chasing having sex with younger guys after about 3 episodes.
Right, yeah, so it really didn't reflect the show.
Yeah,
How
but
about
in
Krista?
retrospect, I probably couldn't get a show on TV called, People Drink Wine, or...
Hey, Eric, would you play a part where you're a friend of Krista's and you have, like, you want to be breastfed by Krista? Would you play a guy who's into, like, baby stuff and wants to be breastfed by Krista?
I'd have to think about that.
Oh, you're so stupid. I'm there, man. Get me on the plane.
You'll play a guy.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
Eric, do you realize you're sort of talking yourself out of the gig?
Eric, would you play a guy who picks up dog shit for a living? I'm being serious.
That's a person.
Yeah.
Right. The job.
Your part is that you're this guy. They don't want to pick up the episode's about Krista can't stand picking up dog shit. They have a dog. So they hire one of these companies that comes out and cleans out your yard, your dog shit, and you're the guy who cleans the dog shit. Would you play that?
Doggone.
Doggone is the name of the company.
And hey, Howard, there is a dog on the show, and it's a huge dog, so I think part of the joke would be that it's giant piles.
See? You like that.
And Eric falls into the pile.
Yeah, and you get stuck like quicksand.
Right.
Help! So, no, seriously.
Somebody's got to get him out of there.
Eric, would you play a character that cleans dog shit out of a backyard?
Yeah.
You would, okay.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
By the way, I was teetering because honestly, TV is about how quickly you can do things,
right.
And I feel like Eric should realize that if he said, "Look, I'm up for doing anything," that the odds would be that I wouldn't go to great lengths to humiliate him. But as a producer writer, to hear, it can only be this tiny thing.
All right, so you guys, this is how real Hollywood works. So my audience is going to get to see this right now. Ronnie is up for this part, and so is Eric. You've talked to both of the actors. I'm going to let them say their piece, and then I want to hear the decision-making process that you and Krista go through when you decide who is going to get this part. Ronnie, would you like to say something to the producer and executive guy, whatever your title is?
Well, all I got to say is we've been promoting his show, and that's number one. Right. Number two, I'm up to do anything. So that's about all I could say.
That's all you want to say?
That's it.
Want to mention anything about your acting? Or No. Okay.
Any previous history? Nothing.
Well, smart.
I was on the Vicki Lawrence show years ago.
I remember. People are still talking about that.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Ronnie, there you have. You said your piece. Wisely, you kept off any type of acting experience work that you've done because I'm sure it can only embarrass you.
Right.
Eric, you have a minute with the creator of Cougar Town and the lead actress, Krista. Go ahead.
Well, unlike Ronnie, I have actually been on a couple of TV shows. So, I have had screen time.
So have I.
And then, even though a certain actor from TV considers me an extra, I am not. I am an actor.
Talk about TNA you're presently on.
Why would you bring that up?
And also, I am working with TNA Wrestling, which they should have another video to you guys to show.
He can bring the whole TNA audience, Ronnie. He does have.
Well, I forgot to say I did a major motion picture with John Stamos.
All right.
So
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
And I know
that'll be coming out in February or March. So.
All right. All right. Well, I think that's enough of a pitch. It is now really up to Bill and Krista, who work on Cougar Town, who created it. They put their blood, sweat, and tears on this. They don't make this decision in some sort of cavalier way because the show is important to them. This is their livelihood. This is what put food on the table.
Right.
Go ahead, Krista. Tell us your thoughts, and then Bill, give us your decision as well.
Go first, go.
Well, I don't have the authority to cast it. I'm going to really give it to Bill. And I understand why you guys get in trouble with Eric, because then, I understand, Eric, your life and limitations you've had, and I feel bad about that.
Right.
Well, Krista, I'm going to say, first of all, from my point of view, Eric is more interesting to watch on screen. No offense to you, Ronnie, but look at him. He's a train wreck. It's going to be awful. Whenever I see him on anything, I'm fascinated. I cannot take my eyes off him. But having said that, Ronnie is a real weirdo. And there's nothing stranger to me than my limo driver being on anything.
And
he's got a huge following.
And he's been a true friend to us in the show. You know, I like to reward good behavior.
Well, it sounds like you're leaning toward Ronnie. But
Yeah.
Look, here's
as a fan, I got to say, I mean, Eric, would you play someone who, in this episode, you're a victim of pedophilia, that a pedophile has dragged you into his basement, he's blown you, he's done terrible things to you, and now you're in court testifying against him?
No.
All right.
Bill, that's out.
By the way,
wow, I'm surprised you wouldn't play that.
That's an entire episode that we've already pretty much
A
written.
lot of room for comedy there.
Yeah, but Eric, why not play that? I mean, you don't have to do the physical act. You just have to be a victim of it.
You're in court.
Well, for starters, I don't look like a kid, an underage kid with...
No, you're older, but it
You're
happened
older,
to you.
but a pedophile... Years ago, the guy did it to you. He was changing one of your diapers, and he just fucking went berserk. He started jerking you off.
Will you stop with that dumb...
I'm kidding around with you. God, you know what? You're right, you guys. There's no fun with him.
It's an easy decision, Howard.
Would you play someone with a bomb strapped to his neck and then his head explodes?
No.
No. All right.
I would.
Yeah, so would I. What's the big deal?
Well, Eric has played that.
It's a paycheck, like you said.
He doesn't repeat himself.
Look, you know what we always talk about when we talk about actors and actresses? You can divide them truly into two camps, which is the people that are easy to work with and people that get in their own way.
Gee, I know where this was going. Eric, one last chance. Would you play a talking fire hydrant?
No.
No, I can't believe this guy. What if the talking fire hydrant fucks Krista's character? She's hot.
No.
Oh, my God. Ronnie, would you play a
I'm there, man.
What is the objection?
That's like if I was...
You would fuck Krista while wearing a fire hydrant costume.
Yeah, why not? That's like if I was picking up the dog shit, she'd be in a bikini by
Ronnie,
the pool.
let me ask you something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Would you play the actual dog shit if they asked you to?
Yeah, whatever they want, man.
Right. Let me hear what a talking fire hydrant sounds like right now. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Hi, Krista. How are you, baby?
Ronnie, you don't even have to do it because my vote's for you.
All right, thank you.
Look, here's Howard, you want the end decision?
Let me try one last time, Bill, before you decide. Eric, I'm giving you one last chance.
I got one thing that we actually wrote in at one point, Howard.
All right.
Which is that dog is big enough for someone to ride it around.
Ooh.
Eric, would you ride a dog?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Would you play a former Nazi who was responsible for killing the most amount of Jews during World War II?
No.
No.
Gee, I would grab that role.
Why not? What's the big deal? It's a part. It's not like it's not like he's killing the Jews.
Hitler was a great guy. All right, you've heard everything now. Bill, just give me the decision.
Yeah. All right, look, you got to add two things. One, not only is Ronnie been incredibly gracious to us and helping to promote the show, but he's also built his own name up with the block parties, to a celebrity level. And
by the way, do you know David Letterman's limo driver is starting his own block party? Any day now, we're going to see it.
They're all going to be in Fairfield County, Connecticut.
All right.
So look, here's the deal.
This is going bad for you, Eric. Eric, quick, one last chance. Would you play an angry, ungrateful midget that looks like a plucked chicken?
Howard, I'm going to give Eric an escape route, okay? Which is Ronnie's got it.
Wow.
I listen to Krista all the time, and she feels that Eric isn't grateful enough. Right. And I will allow you, because the show is already picked up for this year and next year. I will allow you, if Eric behaves well enough for, say, a 6-month period or something that you decide to bestow upon him a part.
All right, so Ronnie has won the first part, and if Eric is really on good behavior, you're going to write him a part.
Yeah, but he has to earn it.
He has to earn
Eric's
it.
on probation.
Well, that's real. Eric, did you hear that? You're on probation.
I heard.
You better be nice to me.
Sounds like he's crying.
Well,
is he all right?
No, I'm not.
He lost out on a part.
Well, you talked yourself
Listen
out
to his
of a
voice.
part.
It sounds like he's really upset.
Are you upset?
Not really.
Wow.
Well,
You don't care.
There's still a chance to get it. I just think that I think my wife's going to need to hear yours and Howard's relationship be a little more reciprocal.
Right. Thank you for that, by the way. I appreciate that. Ronnie, you've won a part on
thank you, guys.
Cougar
I
Town.
appreciate it.
Of course, Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie, all I ask in return is maybe slightly less than 1,000 tweets a day from Ronnie.
All right.
And
All
Bill,
right, no problem.
Please keep us abreast of this development and let us know what Ronnie's part is evolving into, okay?
Sure, and Ronnie, we'll give you a call this week and find out what your schedule is and stuff.
Sounds good.
And make it so Ronnie fucks Courtney Cox.
Hot chicks. Yeah, I was going to say hot chicks.
Yeah,
man.
like he wants to do something to her. All right, and have extra makeup on the set to cover up Ronnie's bad tattoos. All right?
No, we're on it.
All right, thank you. All right, the show is called Cougar Town. It features the work of Bill Lawrence and his beautiful wife, Krista Miller Lawrence.
Thanks, Howard.
Yes, and you two go back to doing whatever it is you do. Eric, I'm sorry you didn't win the part. Ronnie,
Eric talked himself out of a part.
He did.
I don't even know if he realizes that.
When you're an actor, whatever they tell you you're going to do, you say, yes, sir. That's the best way to get a part. That's a good lesson for any of my fans who are thinking going into this career. Krista, have you ever turned anything down? No. You do what they tell you to do.
Well, at least you say, okay, you tell your agents, I'll do anything, ever, anything, and then you once it's offered to you, then you can think about it.
And you're not going to do a trick, Bill, where like Ronnie plays a corpse or something. It's like
no.
He's going to have lines, speaking and everything. Oh God, I got to see that.
Talking to the principals.
All right, very good. All right, thank you.
You bet.
Bye, Eric. All right, there you go. Ronnie, way to go.
Man, I thought he wanted to be on TV, but Eric talked himself out of every part.
Pretty cool.
First the movies, now TV.
Now TV. What is that, Eric?
Eric's a shitty actor.
All right.
I think that every time a part comes up, it should be between Eric and Ronnie.
Yeah, it's. I couldn't wait for that.
Mr. Mund,
Yes.
does today mark your return to television?
Yes.
I mean, you had a deal in the works.
Yes, I did.
It's been an up and down, bumpy ride, to say the least.
Right. Here's a guy of his word, though. Bill Lawrence
Right.
is a guy of his word, because he said if that show got picked up, I would have a part on that show, because I promoted the shit out of it with my guy from Unfan Network on Twitter. I got to give him props for that, man. He was on there all the time hounding them and promoting the show and saying, listen, if the show gets picked up, you're going to keep your word, Bill, aren't you? Blah, 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 blah. And Bill kept his word. So that's a man, that's a man.
Can dig up a couple of these ones that are coming in about you and Ronnie, the limo driver.
Ronnie inspiring songs.
Yeah, well, I heard him on the wrap-up show, and he gets defensive. It's weird. It's weird, that whole wrap-up show thing, because he gets defensive and people aren't even goofing on him. I don't know what's going on with him.
Dude.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, here it is.
You don't have to say it to her all the time. Howard is asking, are you in love with her? And either you are or you aren't.
Well, I said it a few times, so what does that mean? Do I have to keep repeating it? It's not like I'm not...
But John, are you in love with your wife?
Absolutely.
Right, that's the answer.
Yeah. Okay.
So are you in love with Steph?
I like her a lot.
See, when you say that, Ronnie, it sounds to me like you're keeping your options open.
No, I'm not keeping... no. Right, I'm with her right now, okay? Not with her. I always question her. See, I have this hang-up, and I talk to my shrink about this, okay?
I have this hang up. Why is she with me?
And what does she say?
Because she loves me.
He goes, I question whether she loves me because I think sometimes he thinks he's me. You know how people always rap about, like, because am I famous? That's why Beth's with me. But he's nobody. You know what I mean? Like, he goes, I question why she's with me.
Yeah, there are a lot of women who've wanted to be with Ronnie for...
If anybody really, to get something. If he doesn't even understand the question. If he really listened to the question... You question why she wants to be. If any woman ever really loves someone, it's you. You're not famous. You're not a rich man.
But I still have that hang up because I saw shit that my father went through, okay?
What'd your father go through?
Not you, my father.
No,
it's
me.
Not you, dude.
It's me.
No, my father.
No.
Not you.
It's not
and
your
you
father.
Don't you say a word to me, okay?
Who?
Because you, whenever something is going on, you know how to attack me.
Robin?
And I say whatever or whatever it is. and you contradict me, whatever I say. You know what? When you're under the gun from him, all you do is sit there and laugh. You can't answer either. You got no comeback to him either. So don't even go there with me with anything.
What has this got to do with me and you?
Because I was listening to this shit.
He's nuts.
Because I was listening to this
nuts.
shit I am fucking nuts.
You really are.
I am fucking nuts.
I was laughing.
Everybody fucking here is out of their fucking minds.
You're nuts.
Everybody who works here is nuts.
Ronnie,
in their own
guy
fucking
asked
way,
you
okay?
a question. Why can't you say you love Stephanie?
And it's
then
got
you
nothing
go,
to do with you. Why do I think it's? Why right away you think it's you?
Because you just gave it.
I said shit with my father,
you want the
not
answer?
with you.
It's not your father.
Yes, it is.
Your father was famous?
No, I'm not famous.
The woman your father was with wasn't after his money. He had no fucking money.
How do you know?
Because I know. Where's his money? He had nothing. I know where he lived. He had shit.
But still,
you're comparing yourself to me.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You question whether she loves you? What do you have? She's not a gold digger.
What is she with you for then?
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Don't talk.
I'm
she just asked a good question.
No, you can talk.
All right, I'll talk. I'll ask the same question.
Don't talk.
Ronnie, you question why your girlfriend is with you.
That's just my hang-up, okay? I'm sorry.
What do you have that she's after? You got nothing.
What is she with you for if it's not because she
loves you? You're not a millionaire. You're not famous. She's not. What is she after? You're comparing yourself to me.
No, I'm
not. That's what people
Why
say about me. They go, oh, Beth's with him because he's famous and he's rich.
Please,
what are you? Well, why do you mean you question why Stephanie's with you? You're a fucking limo driver.
Yeah, okay.
She loves you.
How
clearly.
do you know? How do you know she really loves me?
She loves you because she's not after anything.
It's fucking words. That's all it is.
What, is she after money?
Does she want
I don't know what she. I don't know.
What do you think she's after?
I don't know if she's after anything. It's just
in your
something
mind,
in my head.
Okay, so in your mind, what do you think she could be after?
You, right away.
What is she after? The
Nobody,
30
everything
grand?
doesn't surround around you with me. Okay.
What does she think you're after? Your apartment?
Those Playboy mud flaps?
Stop it now.
That big tire in your basement?
Yeah.
What do you think she'd be after?
Why do you think it's you though? It's not you.
You're not listening again. This is why you're funny. You don't even know why you're funny.
I'm not funny.
I'm
not funny.
You say she's after you. For something. That's your fear. What is it she could be after? You're comparing yourself to me. Yeah, in my case, someone could be after something. What's she after?
I'm not comparing myself to you. 15
bottles of Mambo? What is she after?
I'm not comparing myself to you.
Yes, you are.
I am not.
It's got nothing to do with your father.
What has she gained? What has she gained?
Tell me this.
The woman who was with your father wasn't after anything.
Yes, she was.
Okay, what was she after?
Whatever money he did have,
money,
she was
he had
after.
3 cents, that guy.
Boy,
Whatever.
Yeah, she's a real gold digger.
She was digging her way right to the middle.
I discussed this with Stephanie. She knows all about it, okay?
I'm not
it's
even
not
criticizing
about you.
Of course it is.
Oh, God, why is everything
why can't
about
you see
you?
It? Because you're putting yourself in my position.
No, I'm not.
What is she after?
Dude,
she could date a police officer and have the same thing.
I'm telling you how I feel.
She could date a pizza delivery guy.
It's not about you. It's about what I saw my own man go through, and you keep telling me it's about you.
Stick with me, and I'll show you every Rick's Cabaret.
What has she gotten out of this?
In other words, what could she get out of being with you?
I don't know.
Money?
What has she been grasping at so far that you still have this feeling?
She's a young, pretty girl. She could get a lot of richer guys than you. You're not exactly the richest guy on the planet.
Is she pushing you to do something?
No, absolutely not.
Then it doesn't seem like she wants anything.
So then why would you make this statement that...
Because it's just something in my head, Howard. That's all it is.
But that's not your situation. Of course she loves you. You're a limo driver. You're not David Arquette.
I didn't say I was.
You're not Mel
I didn't
Gibson.
say that. Did I say that?
In other words, you're a working man. You're a hard-working man.
Yeah. Okay.
What is she going to get out of being with you?
I don't know.
What's she going to
It's
inherit?
just something in my head. Okay.
And she's hanging out so long to get it.
He goes, I always question whether she really loves me. I think he thinks he's famous like me. That's the only thing I can think. Right, Robin?
Well, I'm trying to think. Does she go around telling everybody she's Ronnie's girlfriend? And
You know who I go out with?
Doors open.
Yeah, she goes, you know who I go out with? Ronnie the limo driver. You know what everyone's reaction is? So you're after his fame and wealth.
Right. Oh, come on in. Let's close down the store because you're here.
Yeah, Pretty Woman. Let's go on a Pretty Woman shopping spree. You got all that Ronnie money.
Oh my God, Jesus! I can't. You ask me a question and I answer it, and it's not good enough for you.
I don't know if you know this, but my boyfriend is verified on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
With 74,000 followers. Wow.
I'm after his verification.
You know, he's
Stop
verified.
it, man. You know why?
You don't even hear the question.
Yeah, but I'm
I
trying
hear you on the wrap-up
I'm trying to answer you.
But it's a ridiculous answer. You're
well, that's
afraid
my answer. It's not you.
So
It's got
why is
nothing
she
to
with
do
you
with
if
you.
she doesn't love you?
Call her and
What is
ask her.
she
How many
after?
times have I said to her?
Secretly rich?
I mean,
maybe I am. Maybe I am.
I know
you
he's
don't know
not.
what I have. No, you don't know what I have.
I do know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Believe me,
you
I
don't
know. I've seen everything.
Is he like a really wealthy guy who just decided, I'm going to drive a limo?
I'm going to drive a limo, yes.
You know what? I didn't want to tell you this.
Go ahead.
Ronnie's worth $7 billion.
Right, exactly.
That's why.
Right.
He's worried.
Actually, I own all 23 Rick's clubs.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Now
Well, you act like you do.
Understand.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
He probably told her that.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody anything of the sort. Now stop it.
All right. Thank you.
I don't know why you don't get it through your head. It's just something that I have a feeling about. I'm sorry. God. And all you do is laugh.
I got it.
Okay?
Well,
when you're under the
funny.
gun, when you're under the gun,
Look,
all you do is laugh.
Ronnie, your perception is so off that it's just...
Yeah,
it's funny.
I'm always wrong. I am always wrong.
Your
I know.
perceptions are so out the
I know.
Yeah,
out
you're
the
just
window.
off.
I'm fucking crazy.
I can't even
I'm
explain.
telling you, I'm fucking nuts.
All right, goodbye. You're annoying. You got to hear him on the wrap-up show.
Oh, my
It's the greatest.
Oh, I
mean,
can't believe that he believes somebody's after him for... I still can't figure out what the 4 is.
And
for what?
He saw his father go through that. No, he didn't.
Father didn't go through anything.
His father was a divorced man. He had a girlfriend. She was devoted to him, even when he was ill. I remember. Listen, I know Ronnie all these years.
Well, that woman was hanging out, waiting until the bitter end.
And you should see what she got.
To get what was there.
I think she inherited a $14,000 condo after putting in 30 years with him.
Oh, okay.
Home place.
But
It's
is
not
it,
like she's
whatever
poor,
your whatever your doubts are, what would they be?
Wait, you got to hear this one.
Are you guys in a monogamous relationship?
Yeah, according to her, we are.
Do you feel like you're free to see other women?
No.
Okay, so
I'm not seeing anybody else now.
If you had sex with another woman, would you tell her?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going to tell her. No, I'm not going to tell her.
Would that be considered cheating?
Yeah.
Okay, so
but I'm not. I didn't.
No, that's fine. That's what I'm just curious, like what you guys' boundaries are.
We don't have any boundaries.
Well, you have that boundary.
Wait, so you're both free to basically do what you want to do.
No.
He goes, he's crazy.
We don't have any boundaries, but I can't do this and I can't do that.
He's funny, man. He's the best on the show. Better than anyone.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. Not in that case, no.
In what case are you?
I don't.
Well, does that go both?
Leave me alone already.
Does that go both ways? Like, if you can sort of do your thing, can she do her thing? Are you comfortable with that?
No, she goes and hangs out, and she goes out with her friends. I don't know what she does.
Can I take her out?
No. You would be the last person.
And by the way, that has to do no matter how old she is.
Yeah.
Why did you call Howard out on
her mom?
On the age thing? You feel like he's picking on your age?
He always picks on my age, and you can't say he doesn't. He says he doesn't, but he does. He brings it up a lot.
You're the oldest guy on the show, so I think he brushed your
fine.
balls about that.
Whatever. Yeah,
but
still.
Ronnie, again, like in junior high school, if you poke somebody and you see it bothers them, then you just keep poking.
Yeah, I understand, but when I do it back to him, he doesn't like it.
Because it's his
he's
show.
old also, okay?
But not as old as you.
No, but
I don't
he's
point
still,
that out to you.
But he's still old, and he doesn't want to be old either. You think I enjoy being old? No, I'm just living my life, whatever's left of it.
I think you're enjoying yourself very much.
I am. I had a great time in Florida. We had an awesome time.
Now,
it was one of the best vacations I've had in a long time.
When marriage came up, you said
that's definitely out.
But
that I can tell you right here.
Hefner. He's Hugh Hefner.
No, he's still being you
Yeah,
from
I know.
a few years
right,
ago.
I know. He's still into that.
He's holding that prize
Right.
of the Mund name.
Right.
No questions asked. That's out.
But the moving in thing is on the table.
It's a possibility. We've talked about it.
You've been together 4 years.
Yeah.
When you say marriage is out, like, because I know a lot of people say it, but they still say, okay, I want to become a couple, and I want to live together, and I want the idea to be everything the same as marriage, just not officially married. Is that what you mean?
Listen, if she moves in, that's it. There's no other relationship. There's nothing. There's not going to be engagements. There's not going to be put a ring on her finger for 10 years. There's not going to be any kind of diamond ring.
But if she does move in, the idea might be this is our lifelong partners.
As long as it might last.
Do you think at one point she may want that stuff, though, Ronnie?
What?
A ring?
She says no. And I told her it will be no. And if she insists, that it's going to be no, that she wants it eventually, then it's done.
Wow. She's a saint. I told her no.
Look at him.
What those guys on Bubba said he looks like that mustache is from the Civil War reenactment. Excuse me.
I guess he's Ron Perlman.
Right, not Ron
Munn.
Right. Worried. She's worried she's after him for something.
Oh, boy.
What could she be after? She's with him. She's working 3 jobs, this girl. I know her.
Yeah.
She works her ass off. And he's worried that she doesn't love him.
I don't think the Munn name opens even his door. He has to open
He's
it
worried.
himself.
I think he thinks he's famous and rich or something. He's living some sort of delusion.
Something he's got, and she's going to get it.
She's going to get it.
What are you talking about?
Why don't you just change your name to Howard?
She goes, what?
Howard. 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 Howard.
Why? Are you crazy? You're crazy.
Okay.
Listen, she has her own thing. She does her own thing.
She wants the Munn name.
She works 2 jobs.
I know. Believe me, I know. She's a hard-working girl. She ain't getting anything out of being with you, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, she looks like a gold digger from the description.
Right. And she's not.
I can see that.
I think she just wants to be. I think she just wants to be a Munn. Because you know how.
I don't get you, man. I really don't. I don't.
I know you don't.
It's really something that's in my fucking head. I'm sorry. It's got nothing to do with you.
Sure. I understand.
I told you about this a long time ago.
Yeah. You did? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't tell me we didn't talk about this.
All right.
We did.
Okay.
And you agreed with him?
Years
You were in
ago.
The car.
Years ago.
He's driving. I don't want to crash. He'll drive me into a lake, and I can't get out.
You know what? He's so full of shit because we talk about stuff all the time, and he'll deny it from now until next year, okay?
I'm not denying anything. Who knows what you say?
Yeah, okay. All right.
She's still trying to make it out.
She ain't a gold digger. She's a dirt digger. Because believe me, you got nothing. I don't know what you're worried about. You don't have some mass fortune that she's after.
It's got nothing to do with that.
So why do you think she'd be with you if she didn't love you?
What is she in? Know.
What do you think she's looking for?
Yeah, she's not.
It can't be the Munn name. The Munn name closes doors. It doesn't open doors.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know.
People hear Munn, they close the door.
Where in the world is he such a big shot?
I don't. Maybe Rick's Cabaret.
I didn't say I was a big shot. When did I say I was a big shot?
At Rick's Cabaret, he walks.
No, I didn't say. When did I say I was a big shot?
Bragging that this is her man.
My man is
Ricky.
Listen, I don't love him. I don't love him, but when he dies, I'm going to inherit his empire.
Right. I mean, she's sitting there. She's talking about what a wonderful lover you are. She really enjoys being
I understand
with you.
that. She's a great kid. She's a great girl, man.
Kid.
That's what's cool about it.
You're a good kid.
Hey, kid, get over here.
One day you play your cards right, you'll inherit my nothing.
Right. You'll inherit this.
My NASCAR memorabilia.
You just don't get it. Sorry.
What don't I get?
Nothing.
What am I
We
missing?
can't get it.
I'm leaving.
What is she after?
I didn't say she was after anything.
You said you don't think she loves you.
I said I didn't. I said
you question it.
I question it.
Right. So what would she be after?
When will you get an answer?
I didn't say she was after anything.
In your fantasies, why is she there? Since she
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out in my head.
What you think you've got that somebody's going to give up their entire life for?
I didn't say that.
All right.
I didn't say that.
I really got to know what.
Yeah, I'm depressed now.
They're after.
Maybe I should go take some
How
What is
many
that?
other women
Let me
are
drink
after?
some of that shit. What did you drink? I want to know.
How many
I
other
want to drink
women
some.
are after Ronnie?
Nobody.
Maybe did you copyright that phrase topless?
No, I
T-O-P-L-E?
did not. No, I
so
didn't.
she can't even inherit
No,
that.
I didn't.
Because dating Ronnie is her stepping stone to nowhere.
Topless.
To topless.
Who said she was is a stepping stone
That's
for
what
anything?
I'm saying.
This is what you're saying that this is what's going on.
It's got
That
nothing
she
to
must
do
be
with that.
into you because of where she can get or
No,
what
I
she
never
can get.
said that. I never said that. Did I ever say that?
Yes, you said I have a question of why she's with me.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't say that she's into it for getting money or whatever.
Well, what would she be into
I don't
it for?
know.
What could she be into it
Oh
for?
my God!
Well,
man.
he does have a lot of Twitter followers.
Yeah, she's going to inherit all of them.
Do you go everywhere and people go, "Hey, there's Ronnie, the limo driver"? I mean, maybe that's what she's
it happens. It happens. It does happen
after.
when we're out.
Right. So maybe that's what she's after.
Yeah,
in your
exactly.
mind. Right. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. She wants to be.
Yeah. No,
you're
it's
so
not.
famous.
I didn't say that. I never
Then what
said
could
that.
it be? How can you?
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
You
That's
got
it.
nothing.
So why would she be after? All right.
We
Listen.
all agree on that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
before
you.
Nancy calls in and says she's sick of hearing me, let me go. You know the girl from yesterday?
All right.
All right. She doesn't like it. I'm
you know,
leaving.
Ronnie has like over 600 Skull T-shirts. Maybe that's what she's after.
Ah.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
This is what I deal with all day. He drives me around. He's going to lock up the windows and drive me into a lake. and you're going to be laughing.
Ron.
Yo.
Do you regret saying stuff like that that's in your head because when it comes back, like on the next day after the wrap-up show and you're
I don't
forced to
care.
defend what you...
No!
But when Howard breaks it down logistically, there's no reason to doubt her love or to...
Say that again?
When Howard breaks it down logically,
Listen,
you know,
dude,
it's like...
dude, listen to me, okay? You're not in my head. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on in my life. What's gone on years before, okay? You don't know. So you can't even ask me that question.
But I'm saying when Howard breaks it down...
I don't care what Howard. He's not my fucking psychiatrist. He thinks he is, but he's not. He thinks everything revolves around him. It doesn't. Other people have lives. They have shit. They have problems. Their own problems, not his. Okay?
Why when Robin laughs does it drive you so nuts? I mean, everyone laughs on the show. Everyone laughs at each other.
Fucking bald motherfucker is here now.
Having a bad day, buddy?
No! No, man, it just makes my Twitter followers go up.
Oh, all right.
You know?
It's all
Just keep hammer, man, hammer. Go ahead.
It's all part of your master plan?
Yeah, my master plan. This is my master plan. Sal, please come with me. Oh, you can't come and bother him.
But Ron, everyone busts balls. Everyone laughs at one another. Why would
Everybody's fucking nuts here. Don't you understand that?
Well, why does Robin's cackle really? It just goes right through you.
Because she sits there and knifes people left and right, through the back, through the neck, and then when she's getting on the fucking, she's on the fire, all she does is sit there and laugh. She's got no answers. Listen to what went on this morning. Listen to the playback. All she did was laugh through the whole thing. She can't answer either.
Isn't part of
Isn't what?
Isn't part of her job though to fan the flames, to keep things
Yeah,
kind of
fine.
going?
But she's as fucking crazy as everybody else around here, okay?
Mm-hmm. Are you included in that crazy?
Yeah, I'm fucking nuts.
All right. Just check it.
You getting married?
I'm not getting married. When did I say getting married?
That's what these guys are saying. You told someone.
Get the fuck out of here.
When's the big date? This is awesome news. What's going
bullshit.
on?
Don't put fuck. You know, Doug, you're a fucking asshole. Get the fuck out of here. Don't put words in that goddamn idiot's mouth because he'll make a whole story of it.
Who's going to Ronnie's wedding?
Years ago, and said he wanted to be a comedian. Gary told him he had no talent.
Fred and I laughed at him.
You guys laughed at him. He went out on the road.
I think I spit in his face one time.
I think you spit in his face.
I did.
But anyway, lo and behold, Mitch went out. He proved all these people wrong. He studied his craft. He went up on stage. He did all the things stand-up comedians have to do, and he's having a very, very successful career. He's got his second, I guess, comedy CD coming out. I think it's a special on Comedy Central or something. I don't know what it is.
Hey everybody, this is world-famous comedian Mitch Fatel, who used to be Howard's intern very long time ago, and he started it all with me, and I'm back where I started to pay homage to the man who started out my career and told me that I would be a successful stand-up comedian. He's the only one on the show that told me I would be successful. Gary told me that I would have to keep my day job, and now I make a lot more money than him.
Mitch, what are you going to be talking about today? You have a new
my new
right?
special, Mitch Fatel is Magical. It's my 1-hour special. It premieres on Comedy Central, and it's going to be a huge special, and once it airs, there will be no more racism in the world.
So excited to be back, right?
Yeah, very excited to see Howard and everybody, and where it all started years ago. So it's always fun for me to come back and show Fred how good I've done.
All right, Mitch is on a roll. Mitch Fatel. He was my intern. How many years ago? I know we've been over this before.
Over 20 years.
Time ago, yeah.
Over 20 years.
I'm guessing 1985, 1986.
That is 20 years. Hey, Mitch. What do you say, man?
85, 86?
Was it 20?
Because it was before John.
Mitch, was it 20 years ago?
Before John.
Really?
Was it 20 years that you were 20 years ago you were my intern?
Yeah, I was only 10.
Another young comedian.
Hi there. Thank you.
Mitch actually gave us John because what happened was Mitch was interning for us for like a year, and then he fucked up his car. He couldn't come in.
I got a car accident.
Mitch's father was like, I don't understand why you work there for free. So Mitch's father wouldn't fix the car. And Mitch was so devoted to us that he didn't want to leave us high and dry. So he goes, there's this guy that sits next to me in my class at NYU. I think he'd be good. And then he goes, and he stutters. I was like, whoa.
And then he was like, by the way, he stutters.
Well,
and I went, well, he's accepted then.
I came to you and I was like, I think there's a problem though because he kind of stutters. And you're like, hire him. That's exactly what you said.
You're out. He's in.
He just said, hire him.
Quickly. Wow. How you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah, Mitch was our intern, and, we've told this. I'm not going to go over old history, but the stories where Gary, Baba Booey, was sort of Mitch's guy. Like, I had a guy in my career who told me I'd never be a disc jockey, I'd never be any good at it. And Gary was your guy.
He was my Howard in the back.
Like, He said to you, keep your day job. You told him a joke, and he was like, keep your day job. But Gary often explains to me, he says he had no idea you even wanted to be a stand-up comedian back then.
I told him I wanted to be.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
The whole time I was with you.
Why would you have said keep your day job?
Because I was breaking your balls.
No, but I said I wanted to be a comedian.
Yeah, but you told me that day. In other words, my memory of it was the whole time we were together and you were interning. And by the way, I love Mitch, and I always thought we had fun, interning and stuff. And I don't remember Mitch ever saying to me, like, the day he got there, like, I want to be a stand-up, or the whole time we were together. We even went out to Comic Relief together, and I don't think you said
stand-up comedy when I was 15.
But I didn't know that.
Nobody knew that about you.
I thought he knew.
No, I didn't know that. So one day you said, I want to be a comedian. I said, oh, tell me a joke. And you told me a joke. And I said, don't quit your day job. And I said to Howard.
That stuck with me so many years.
But you know what? I said to Howard.
Through the nights.
I don't even remember what the joke was. It was more about breaking your balls because we all broke each other's balls.
Right, but I was very sensitive, and you were important to me. And I remember.
I know, and I spoke to Elon Gold years later, and he said you were very upset about it. I thought you'd gotten over it, and
I was kind of a pussy back then.
Yeah.
I think.
I think he let everything bother him.
Yeah.
You couldn't say anything to
I
Mitch.
was young, and I just wanted to. Well, I
Yeah.
think what happened is when you become an intern on the show, and this probably happens with interns here now, you just think, well, I'm famous now. That's it. I'm going to be like, I'm going to walk in, and I'm going to be your new co-host.
Right.
And so you walk in, and you're like, I gotta make potatoes. Stand it.
That ain't fun.
So I thought I was, the day I got the call from Gary that I could be your intern, I was like, well, I made it. That's it. It's done.
Career in high gear.
It's done. And then I remember when I left the show, I had what I learned was the worst thing that could happen, which I had fame without any money at all.
Right.
And I had to get a job at a truck stop, an overnight truck stop, and I would have drunk kids coming in going like, "You're the Howard Stern guy." and my line was, if I was the Howard Stern guy, would I be working at an overnight truck stop?
The shame and humiliation. Well, Mitch has got exciting news. He has a second DVD out.
It's actually my first DVD.
Oh, but this is your
my second Comedy Central special.
Your second Comedy Central special. It's Mitch Fatel is Magical, and you can see Mitch on the cover of the DVD. He is dressed as a wizard, and he is making a girl float in midair. And that's your girlfriend, huh?
That's my hot Asian girlfriend.
Boy, I got to tell you something. There's an advertisement for going into show business. Now, she is one hot girl,
There's no reason that girl should be having sex with me at all. It's disgusting. Her parents are disgusted by it.
She's gorgeous.
Everybody's disgusted
Look
by
at
it.
this girl, Robin. Even you will turn lesbian. Wow.
Amazing.
How's that, Artie?
Very nice.
Very nice. And listen, that's what fame and success brings,
It was
right?
worth all the work just for that. And the funny thing is like, I forget that she's only with me because I'm in show business, and so I'll be walking in the mall and I'll see a girl that looks like her and look at the girl a little too long, and they get that sleazed out look like an older guy looking at him.
Yeah.
And I realize, like, oh, she'd have no interest in it because she promises me that she would.
Yeah. Well, she thinks she would anyway, and that's good.
She's great.
Someone told me a story that you just told one of the guys in the green room, that this is years ago before your beautiful girlfriend, that you had an opening act, and he walked into your room.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah, Carrie, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Your opening act is here. I guess when you travel on the road, you have your
He's my regular guy.
He's your regular guy. You like him. And he walked in. He says, "You can't believe this. A girl just blew me who saw the show."
Yeah.
And you said to him, "Do you think she'd blow me
That
too?"
was my first line. Not that he got blown. Can I get blown?
Right.
And he's got a big red face because he just got blown. He's like, I just got a blowjob in there. So I go, "Will she blow me?" He goes, "Go ask her. She's in the room right now." So I walk in, and she's putting back in her tongue ring.
Right.
I walk in, and I go, "Hey, Gary said I should come in here, and something special was going to happen."
All right.
And she goes, "I don't know what he's talking about." And I go, "Well, what just happened in here?" And she goes, "He just blew his load in my mouth."
Yeah.
And I said, "Can I have one?" And she goes, "Really? You want me to give you a blow?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And I just sat down, and she just gave me, and I didn't even know her name.
Was she a good-looking girl?
She was the kind of girl that blows a guy that walks in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So she was. She was young. I think youth is the most important thing. She's like 23 years old.
You weren't disgusted that she had just accepted your buddy's load in her mouth? You didn't care, right?
I think afterwards, that's when I was like, well, I have his load on my now forever. He's kind of fucked me.
I thought when you're the headliner, you get blown first.
Usually first.
Yeah.
But he's very aggressive. I wait for the girls to come to me.
Right.
He's very, very aggressive. Like, he'll just ask every single girl that comes to the table, "Will you blow me?" And he's got no shame in the number. He'll just keep asking like a scratch off until he gets the one that wins.
I mean, you actually still care if you get rejected, so you're not going to ask for a blowjob. He doesn't care. He'll play the numbers. In other words, I'll ask 50 girls for a blowjob, and 49 of them will say no. That won't disturb me.
Doesn't disturb
And then one of them is going to say yes.
I'm too sensitive. I don't like the rejection.
I'm with you.
But I have enough women now that are just offering it that I'm like, I don't have to ask anymore. It becomes a little too easy. That's what's weird about
You've
it.
achieved a level of success where women are throwing themselves at you, right? And that was the main reason for getting into comedy,
The only
really?
reason.
It's the only
I just wanted
reason.
girls to like me so bad. I was so bad. It was so important to me, and they never talked to me in high school. And
Not at all. You never had a girlfriend in high school, no girls. What age were you when you first got laid?
I got laid at 16.
Right.
I did okay. I'd always have a girlfriend. I wasn't a bad-looking guy, but I just wanted the hot girls that were on, the level that I could never get.
Right. You wanted to go up a couple of levels.
Yeah.
You didn't want to have to struggle so hard with these women.
Right. I just wanted them to like me, and so...
Here's a great story. You talk about adversity. All right. This is good. Mitch's first Comedy Central special was voted in the top 10 favorites in 2007 and 2008.
Uh-huh.
All right. Pretty big deal, right?
Sure.
All right. It means he's a decent comedian at least.
Hopefully.
All right. Mitch was voted the best comedian at the HBO Aspen Comedy Festival in 2006. Now, here's the great thing about that. The guy who used to head the comedy festival hated Mitch, would never even let Mitch perform there.
For 10
Really?
years.
That guy leaves. Mitch gets on the bill at the Aspen Comedy Festival and wins Best Comedian of the Year.
Wow.
That was a great feeling, and you inspired me a lot for that, because I remember all your days when you told me that they told you wouldn't make it, and I was like, and every year I would go and I'd audition, and this guy Lou, who ran the whole festival, would be like, his words, which I didn't understand, and my manager and everything were like, I don't get it. He
Lou
remembered that
Viola?
word. Yeah, Lou Viola.
He said, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
And it's almost like American Idol in the sense that he's the judge and jury. If he doesn't get it.
And his employees would call me up and be like, hey, we want you to audition. I'd be like, Lou Viola didn't like me. And they would be like, why didn't he like you? And I'd be like, I don't know. And I would go on and kill. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to Aspen. And then he would go to my manager and be like, I don't get it.
Do you ever think it could be jealousy? In other words, here you are, the guy who never got laid in high school. And then suddenly,
I don't know.
You take the stage and you're good. And Lou just can't stand it.
I don't get it.
You don't know.
and then I finally went when he left, and I won the best comic, and that was the redemption feeling.
So this is a case of he didn't get it, and you didn't get it.
I was like, what doesn't he get? I'm killing, and
What's
I'm
to
funny.
get? People are laughing, and you're making funny jokes.
And he'd be like, I don't get it.
I don't know, but that's great vindication. So now you're dating this hot little Asian girl.
Yeah.
How long has this been going on?
A year now.
By the way, she doesn't even look Asian. She's got the blonde hair.
Well, I made her get blonde for the cover.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Wow, she's some body on her. What? Is she tall or short? I can't tell.
I can't go with a tall girl. No.
Right.
She's like, she fits in my pocket.
How tall is she?
She's like 5 foot.
5 foot.
And
That's
I'm 5'5",
perfect.
so I'm a giant.
That's perfect.
I can protect her.
She looks up to you.
She's got some body with the legs and the whole thing. Good Lord.
And she loves the sex.
Really?
We had a fight because she said that I don't have enough sex with her. I guess I'm at that point now where I'm like, she just wants to keep doing it, and I can't.
What does that mean? Keep doing it, like every day,
as soon
twice
as we're
a day.
Done. Well, she has an amazing ability that a lot of other women don't have and think that she's lying, where she can just have orgasms one after the other after the other.
Fantastic.
So she's never ever really satisfied, and she's always ready for more. And it's really wonderful time in my life.
You describe. Let's be accurate here. When you say she wants more sex, like if you bang her in the morning, she'll say to you by afternoon, "Let's go again."
Afternoon, 15 minutes later.
Oh my God! And do you bang her 15 minutes later?
Yeah, and then I have to start, and then it starts getting to the point where I'm like, I don't think I can come again. Like I just start thinking, like, I don't know if I can. And she starts going, well, you're not attracted to me anymore. And I'm like, there's no physical way I can't be attracted to you. You're 22 years old and you're gorgeous, and you love me. And she just wants to keep doing it.
Oh my God, that sounds like heaven.
It's wonderful.
It's
but it's
unreal.
also a little bit of sometimes I hope that she falls asleep so that I could actually do something else but have sex. She just wants to have sex all the time.
Haven't you
I've become like the girl.
Right.
I'm like hoping she falls asleep.
Yeah. Haven't you said to her, though, like, there was some discussion about a threesome with her. She was definitely indicating a threesome. And
But
then,
that would mean another guy in her case,
no, I think it's a girl, right?
She was saying
Better
that she would had when I first met her. First of all, she did two things when I first met her that she never did again. She swallowed on the first date.
She stopped doing
and
that?
She never swallowed ever again and said, well, it's disgusting. I was like, but you did it on the first date.
Right.
And she's like, well, I liked you.
Yeah, she's trying to impress you.
Well, what happened? She doesn't like you now?
I think that now that we live together, she doesn't care anymore.
Well, Beth did certain things in the beginning of our relationship that I haven't seen again.
My question to you then
Yeah.
is that a planned out thing that they go, okay, I'm going to do the stuff that I know that they like?
I analyzed this. This is a very good topic. I believe when Beth first met me, she thought I was this crazy guy. Like I'm up for the party.
Yeah, and you're a wild, freaky.
I mean, within a week of meeting me, you know, we're naked in my apartment with John Stamos and Rebecca.
Right.
You know, like she's like, whoa, this guy lives a very fast life.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, this was a freak thing that was going on.
Right.
I was as nervous as could be. I didn't know what to do.
As nervous.
Yes. Now, so I think in the beginning, women think, wow, with this
They're
wild
so
guy,
impressed.
I got to really...
I got to step it up.
Yeah. And then after a couple of weeks of being with me, she saw I was just a nebbish, and she said, well, what am I stepping up here? I got to relax here.
I think that's what happened because I flew her to D.C. to a gig.
Right.
So she felt like she was a big star because she got off the plane and whatever, and we went right back to the hotel, and she
blew you.
swallowed.
She's
and
right.
She swallowed. And then, but what I did learn is her sexual appetite was the same because then we started having a lot of sex, and she kept wanting more.
Right.
And then she said to me, I like girls. Have you ever had a threesome? And I'd had a threesome about 2 years ago that I still don't know if it counted or not.
What do you mean?
I actually want your opinion on this.
Good. This is the only thing I'm an expert in.
And I had two different people have different opinions on this. A really pretty girl came over to a show in Houston, and she said that she was a big fan, and it was her birthday, and she said to her friends in the limo on the way for her birthday, she's a stripper, Mitch Fatel doesn't know that in an hour he's going to have his penis in my mouth.
Wow.
So she came right over to me at the table when you sell the CDs, which the CDs is the best match.com for comedians that's ever happened in the world. They just come over, and that's when you flirt with them and whatever. So this girl came over to me, and she's like, I love you so much when she's over. And I was like, well, why don't you show me how much you love me or whatever? And she's like, I'll show you. So we went into the green room, and she gave me a blowjob in the green room.
Wow.
So this is about 2 years ago.
Good-looking girl.
Attractive.
Yes.
Definitely, the kind that you walk into a strip club and you're like, oh, that I would pay money for that girl.
Right.
So then she's like, are you going to come out and party with us? So I knew she was wild, and I knew she was a stripper, and she had a bunch of stripper friends with her. So I said to her, hey, I've never had a threesome, and that's what I've always wanted. And she said, I can make that happen with no problem.
Look at this.
She said, I'll come back to your hotel room. You're going to give you a great memory. Open the door. Her friend is two levels above her in looks.
Wow.
Suddenly, I have no interest in her anymore.
Right.
I just want... she brings in a gorgeous girl, which is the worst thing she could have done.
Right.
She should have gone a level under her.
Absolutely.
She comes in... Now, her name is Nikki, the pretty one. The gorgeous one is Krista.
Right.
They come in. We both get in the shower. And I'm like, I'm finally going to have my first threesome. This is why I got into show business. This is why I worked overnight.
This is everything you've been working for.
This is why I got Gary coffee. So I was like, this is wonderful. So I started having sex with Nikki, and then I went to put my penis inside Krista.
The good-looking one.
Krista was going down on Nikki.
Right.
Nikki was blowing me. I went to put my penis inside Krista, and Krista pulled her ass away like she didn't want me to go inside of her.
Oh.
So I go, oh, Krista doesn't want me inside of her. Like, Krista's just here for this girl.
Right.
So I start having sex with Nikki. I again get on top of Krista and kind of make it impossible for her to not let me go in. Like, I kind of just get on top of her.
Right.
I rape her.
Right.
My penis goes inside her vagina, and Krista lets out this great moan that has gotten me through a lot of lonely nights on the road now, that moan.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got in, it hit me that Nikki had said, Mitch is my guy. Don't have sex with him.
Ah.
She got jealous. Nikki all of a sudden turned over in the bed during the threesome and just started whimpering.
Oh, dear.
Over.
Oh, dear.
The uglier girl.
The uglier girl.
She started to cry.
Now, Krista and me, I don't care. I just want to keep fucking Krista.
Right. Krista got
I
upset.
have no interest in what's going on with Nikki. We got Nikki out of the way as far as I can.
Right. Nikki's down.
But now these are friends, so Krista starts going, Nikki, what's the matter? Nikki, what's the matter? And I'm like, Nikki's fine.
Yeah, don't worry, Nikki will survive, yeah.
And she's like, that's my girl. I can't. So she starts calling up, like, Nikki, what's the matter?
And you're still fucking through all this.
I'm still kind of going in. Yeah, and I'm like, I got to come before this fucking turns into a nightmare. That's all I care about this point. So they're having a conversation, and I'm just an animal, just like a dog, just trying to get off.
Girl's crying, the other one's trying to console her, and you're fucking.
And finally, Nikki does one of these.
Which you shrug.
Come on, I'm talking to my friend here. She's crying.
Yeah, stop going back and forth.
You know what the rules were? And Chris is like, I didn't know he was going to do it. He came behind me. He whatever.
Raped me.
And she's like, so I'm like, I have to finish.
Right.
I'm hard as a rock. And I'm just watching these girls console each other. And I'm like, do I jerk off on them while they're talking about this? I don't know what to do.
Is this hot?
That's a move.
Yeah. I love jerking off on crying women. The more damage, the better.
It's rare you can get two of them crying at the same time.
Wow. So did you ever finish?
Nikki goes into the bathroom to get ready. She's like, I'm getting out of here. This is terrible. Right. She walks into the bathroom, and I say to Krista, this is so sad. She's like, well, we had this thing. She really liked you, and now you were with me, whatever. And I was like, can you blow me really fast?
Before she comes out.
So she starts giving me a blowjob really fast, and I'm just waiting to see if I can get off before Nikki gets back out of the bathroom.
Right.
Nikki starts to open the door of the bathroom. Krista just stops immediately.
Oh, my God.
And they leave.
Oh, my God.
So my thing is, like, I've always had a threesome that didn't complete. So it's like, well, did you run the race if you didn't cross the finish line?
And you want an answer on that,
And
huh?
Jim Florentine says it counts.
Sure it does.
I say it doesn't count.
I say it counts.
Well, it counts, but it wasn't
count.
great.
It doesn't count because how can you
It was a bad experience,
You
but you
didn't
had
get
it
the
all.
job.
You had it all going on.
You had two women.
But it didn't complete. The circle never completed.
So what's with this girlfriend of yours? Is she
So
going to
I
make this
meet her,
happen?
and
she likes girls.
Promises me
never
this is going to happen.
You don't, because you think she's too into you and she doesn't want to.
I think once they get so attached to you, then they're like, well, no, I don't want to see you. And the whole thing is, every time me and her had sex before we moved in, it was a lot of like, while we were having sex, she'd whisper in my ear like, oh, and then when you're fucking the other girl, I'm gonna pull out your cock, and I like tons of great stuff like that.
Right.
And then one day I was like, remember that whole pulling my cock out thing? What's going on with that?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I have to find a girl that I'm comfortable with.
And she'll never find one.
She's not interested in searching.
I'll tell you how you know you had a threesome, and this is how I judge it. Because let's change the scenario. You were in bed with two guys. One stuck it in your ass and one put it in your mouth.
I'd cry.
But you didn't come. We'd still say you had a threesome with two guys. It would be forever you're gay. You had the threesome with two guys. So you had a threesome.
That's a weird way to figure it out.
That's the only way to figure it out.
Well,
That's how you do it.
He would have been fucked in that scenario a couple of times.
What is it, Fred?
I don't think it's a threesome. I think it's an incomplete relay race.
Thank you.
Right.
It doesn't count.
It counts. Don't knock yourself. Don't feel so bad. Now, you've become this lover, and I'm fascinated about it. You've been engaged twice.
Yeah.
You were engaged to
I make a lot of promises while my penis is hard.
Yeah. Well, you meet these women. Someone told me you had the score of the century. You met some like 21-year-old chick, super hot, super rich, family has money.
She had money.
And you backed out? That sounds like a
What's
home
wrong
run.
with you?
What's the matter with you?
We got engaged.
Yeah.
And then I realized she was crazy. But crazy, like where you're like, there's some girls that are just kind of crazy.
Right.
Then there's girls that you're like, I think I could be shot, maybe. I think I could maybe be killed in my sleep.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What gave you that indication? I mean, she just...
She bought a gun. No, what the indication was that she hated show business, and every single... She met me because she was a fan. And then I'll never forget, and I don't know if you ever got this by Beth, but she was a fan before, and then when I started dating her, she started having this contempt for what I would talk about on stage, because I talk about sex all the time, and she did a lot of this, what you talk about is disgusting, what you talk about on stage is disgusting.
All right,
and I would be like, but that's why you met me. And she's like, but it's before like you were mine, and now you're talking like that.
That's crazy.
And she wanted me to give up show business.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You did the right thing.
Well, that's what happens when the girl has all the money.
Yeah.
They sometimes want to tell you
I never
what
had
to
that
do.
with Beth. I mean, she was not a fan and didn't listen, and then
she wasn't a fan before?
No, that wasn't her thing.
My girlfriend now wasn't a fan. She came to a show and then came over for a picture.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, you're so perfect and tiny and Asian and don't speak English. It was just perfect. And so,
no, Beth knew me, knew of me. Her father was a fan and her brothers were fans, and she knew about Fart Man and all this other stuff, but she didn't really know the show.
Right.
So she just thought I was some disgusting guy who got naked women on the show, which I am.
Right.
But so that's sort of how that works. So she never really tries to tell me to change the show and doesn't listen, which is good.
Well, yeah, Jelly...
She was disgusted by me, quite frankly, at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I think this girl was disgusted by me after she had gotten to know me.
Right.
And so it was a lot of that, you're disgusting,
that wouldn't have worked. Hey, here's something interesting I didn't know. You dated comedian April Macy, who won our hottest, funniest chick. She was very hot. You banged Mitch Fattel, used to be our intern?
Yeah, he's petite. He's a tiny
nice
little
guy,
man.
right?
Kept
Funny
him in
guy.
my pocket.
No kidding. Mitch got laid, huh?
Yeah,
Finally.
Mitch gets laid a lot. Mitch
He does?
dumped me when his Comedy Central special aired. He was like, I'm going to need to bang 18-year-olds now.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I see.
You're a little long in the tooth for me.
Yeah.
How'd you meet her, on the road?
We and April met at a gig.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was one of the first girls that didn't give it up the first day, but but the second day she did.
And did you stay with her for a while? She seems like a fun girl.
How could two comedians be together?
Yeah,
really?
they can't.
Yeah.
what, did you break? What is a one-nighter, and that was it?
No, it was a one-nighter, and then I made the mistake of she was dating Gary Gulman, and they were breaking up. Gary Gulman was the guy on Torgasm.
Okay.
Tall guy, really tall guy. She was dating him and breaking up, and I did that whole. I thought I had the great score of the century because she was a hot,
beautiful, really
hot redhead, and I was like, hey, listen, while you're going through the breakup, you can stay in my condo with me while you're looking for a place to go live.
Right.
I thought that means I get her for 6 weeks just in the condo.
Right.
To fuck her for 6 weeks straight, and then she'll move out and get a place.
Right.
But I guess as soon as a girl gets a key to your apartment, they now live there.
Right.
So after 6 weeks, I had to be like, you moving out anytime? She's like, no, I'm not moving out.
Wow.
And she's like, and I said, oh, so we're living together now? And I had never really wanted to live with her or...
Right. It was moving too fast.
I just didn't want to date a comedian.
Right.
Because they're crazy.
Really?
Yeah. April's...
Crazy.
April can't be as funny as she is without being nuts. She had a horrible childhood. She's got huge daddy issues. She's an absolutely stunning girl who just is consumed with jealousy. She's just very jealous. I would be getting calls at 6 o'clock in the morning in my hotel. Hello? And it was April going, who the fuck is on your MySpace site saying that she can't wait to have sex with you? And I'd be like, I have no idea who you're talking about.
And can you give me your name?
And I didn't.
All right.
And she was obsessed with the thought that I was cheating.
Wow.
I was.
You were.
Of course I was.
Right.
But and so we started fighting.
Right.
And then that was bad because she's had a bad childhood, and I believe that women grow up with an ability to fight a lot more than men, because little girls torture each other, whereas little boys just punch each other.
That's right.
So that's all I know how to do is just go like, you suck. But she would just emotionally, so she's...
It sounds like a nightmare. By the way, she did say something wonderful about you.
What did she say?
She said you had a big penis.
This is what I think. My theory is she came from Gary Goldman.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gary is not huge for his size.
Right. If you put his penis on a smaller guy, then you'd say,
I think we have probably the same size penis, but I'm only 5'5", so on me it looks enormous.
Because yours is not enormous, is what you're saying.
It's like an optical illusion. I
Right.
think the girls see it, and then they're like, oh my God, he's Iron Man.
Right.
And then,
They're expecting nothing, and then there's something there, and they go like, whoa.
and then it's kind of like when you reach out, after 5 minutes, they look like the dog when you fake throw the ball. Like it doesn't look right. So
when a girl is that possessive and that into you,
right.
Isn't she a freak in bed? Like, isn't a girl...
April was phenomenal in bed.
Really?
April...
And she's gorgeous.
April's big thing was jealousy. Other than jealousy, she was... We walked into a store one day, and we walked by a sex store. She always wanted to go into sex stores, and she's like, look, anal beads. And next, I was like, hi, anal beads. And then she had them, like, in her cart. Whee!
Wow.
And I was like, we're going to do anal beads.
That's
like,
my kind of gal.
Yeah, and so she would, anything you wanted to try, as long as it didn't involve any other human beings. That was the thing. So she would never be into the threesome type, whatever. She was, once she likes you, she would be, what do you want to try? And we'll do it. And she would dress up. She was very, very happy about
Don't you love that, though? Maybe that's what that's what it takes. The girl's got to be a little bit too overly possessive and a little freaky.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that'll keep you happy the rest of your life, don't you think?
Yeah, except that once you start getting calls at 6 o'clock in the morning,
that ruins it.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm not using the anal beads on anyone else. I promise. Like that's what I would tell her.
So how'd you get her out of your apartment? Did you eventually just say, look, you've got to leave?
It was one of those things. Well, first of all, what I did is she kept having another gig that she was supposed to leave on the road for 8 weeks. Like she got this thing. There was this thing called the Pussycat Dolls, a comedy. That it was this big thing that they were going to do, this Pussycat Dolls, where they were going to do comedians, and she was going to be one of them. And she was about to go on tour for like a year. So I was like, well, this is great. But the tour was one of those doofuses that just put it together in his own head and kept telling the girls, like, financing should be coming through soon.
Oh, no.
And it never came. And so
you probably wanted to finance the damn thing.
I was like, yeah.
I'll pay for it.
I actually said, I'll go out on the tour. I'll be the Pussycat Doll.
Let me see what else is going on with you. I like this story about you. And I think this is very profound. You say that Jerry Seinfeld once gave you advice, which, you know, if you're a comedian, you got to pay attention. Jerry's one of the most successful comedians in the world.
Such a great writer.
Right. So he said to you, and I'm fascinated by this, he said, I don't care. You were saying, hey, what do I got to do to make it in the business? And Jerry Seinfeld said to you what? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember. As a matter of fact, I came off stage and he said, good stuff. I don't do a Jerry Seinfeld impression, but he said, good stuff. And he actually blew me and swallowed, which I thought was odd because I didn't think he's famous.
So that was encouraging, right? It was encouraging, not that he blew you, but that he
swallowed.
Right, then swallowed, but the fact that he said good stuff.
And then moved in for 6 weeks.
Right.
So he said, so I said to him, you know, I really want to write more stuff and I don't know how to write. And he said, the way I write, and he said, is I wake up in the morning and I look at the pad and I just write. And he said, and I understand that 90% of everything I write is going to be garbage, and 10%, if I can get 10% that's funny, I'm going to be famous. That's how, you know, and he said, so I said, well, if Jerry Seinfeld could say that he writes for, and 90% of what Jerry Seinfeld writes is garbage, then I don't have to feel bad about writing anymore.
In other words, he was saying, wake up, whatever it is, whatever your routine is, write every day. Just write something. Who even cares if it sucks?
Just write anything.
So if there's a guy out there who wants to be in stand-up comedy, just keep writing is the advice.
You have to get through you have to get through all this shit to get to the diamond. And once you know, you can't get the...
I see like Artie writes all day. He's got a book, and he stands around and he writes in this little book all day.
And it's amazing because the majority of it will suck, and then every now and then you just hit on a great joke, and you're like, oh my God, where'd that come from?
Right.
And I think that's the perseverance. John Lennon said that he used to sit at the piano for 2 hours and just stare at the keys, and nothing would come to him. But he would stare for 2 hours, and then he would finally get frustrated, get up, and walk away. And then all of a sudden, an idea for a song would come to him. And the idea was he had to first go through those 2 hours.
Yeah, you had to
get
do
there.
the 2 hours. Yeah.
So in other words, the point is that even though you don't think there's anything there, you've got to get in the habit of forcing yourself to think. It's got to become a job.
Yeah.
It's like going to work. I don't want to sit there for 2 hours, but I'll sit there because it's a job.
Right.
So what do you do?
Right.
I wake up and I do that, and I just steal Jerry Seinfeld's material.
Right. He goes through Jerry's garbage.
He goes through Jerry's 2 hours.
I take his 90%.
He takes the 90 shitty stuff, and he goes. And you know what? It's not a bad career.
And I'm doing okay. And I get.
No, Mitch got confused. This is the true story. He started staring at the piano every morning, and he's still waiting to write a song. So, look, you're doing well. We have much to celebrate here for our former intern. You can watch Mitch Fatel stand-up. Special airs on Comedy Central. Is that weird to have it on Comedy Central and then release it as a DVD as well?
No, because the DVD has 25 minutes of material that they won't show on there. Plus the bonus features, plus the hot pictures of my girlfriend inside and stuff like that.
But there's pictures of your girlfriend
there's
inside?
a picture of her. If you pull out the insert thing, there's just a hot picture of her, kissing me.
Boy, that's an attractive
I
girl.
think why I love her so much, though, is because she makes me feel like she really loves me. Like she's constantly trying to have sex with me. So it's not like the pickle girl never wanted to have sex.
Right.
So I was like, why?
What is this? What does a girl like this do for a living?
Whatever I tell her to do.
Really? Does she have a job or anything, or does she work in a?
Yeah, she works at Lifetime Fitness.
She does.
Yeah, she does.
She's a fitness instructor.
No, she does. She works behind the scenes there, but she wants to just.
She must get hit on.
She wants her job to be Mitch Fatel's wife. That's what she wants.
You're thinking of, you're really going to go through
if
the
I'm going to marry anyone, it would be her. She's so good to me. She cooks for me. She's so pleasant to be around.
And she must get hit on by guys constantly. How do you deal with the jealousy? Do you get jealous?
I don't. It's weird. It's like because I realize I have a pretty cool job, and I always do, whenever I see any of the guys who hit on her, I'm always like, well, when does their Comedy Central special premiere?
Good point. That's the way to look at it.
Does she travel with you?
No.
No?
No, why don't you take that idea out of her head right now?
Is that something she suggested?
Oh, she would. Yeah, she suggested a lot of stuff that involves me never not being with her.
Right. So you said, look, I need to be on the road. I need to be by myself.
I need to finally complete a threesome. That's what I need to do before I get married.
Yeah, you know what, honey? Why don't you stay home, find another girl for us, and then when I come home from the road. But when you talk about these club dates, I mean, you're gone, what, like weeks at a time?
Every week, and I come home and I spend 2 days with her, and then I go back out on the road.
Do you think that's what keeps things hot?
Yes.
Yeah. No
I do
doubt.
think that.
For tickets and additional tour dates, go to MitchFatel.com. You never say to yourself, I miss her, I want her to come on the road with me?
I always look forward to seeing her coming home. I do. I always do. And again, the reason why she's got me over any other girls, as soon as April moved in my apartment, and April's so hot, immediately sleeping sweatpants, old sweatshirt. This girl sleeps every night in a different piece of lingerie. Every single night.
You sounds like you got a winner there.
And you don't give that up.
No,
right?
you don't.
You can't give it up.
No, you don't, unless you're a fool.
I'm going to marry her.
Well, you should.
Oh, look at he's convinced himself right here.
What are the rules on the road? Oral only from the girls?
The rules on the road are that I love her.
All right. For tickets and additional tour dates, go to MitchFatel.com. I guess you go see all things Mitch there. And good for you, man. I'm so happy for you. You're doing great.
So no more, if the girls come up and say, look, I just want to give you a blowjob. There's no more.
Oh my God, why would I have interest in that, Rob?
That's so gross.
That's gross.
When you're in love, Robin, nothing like that happens.
I don't know where that mouth has been.
Do you think you can be faithful? Do you have any shot at that?
I love her. She makes good food.
Right.
She wears lingerie every night.
Right. But you're only with her 2 nights a week.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right. And don't forget, the stand-up special airs on Comedy Central. We're very proud of Mitch and what he's accomplished.
Can I just thank you for something?
Sure.
When I was an intern, I became an intern because, and a lot of people go, it's so shocking that you were Howard's intern and now you're a famous comedian. And I go, but of course it's not shocking because when you're a young kid, you have people who inspire you, who tell you that there's a way that you can live your life. And I'm a little emotional here. When I was a little kid, I would listen to you, and what I got from you was that you could be cool without being cool, just by being yourself.
Yes.
And that's who I became. I was like, I'm just going to be myself, because you proved to me that you could just be yourself and still be loved and have hot girls want you and stuff.
You don't need to invent a persona, is what you're saying. You can be yourself.
And I learned, and that's the best thing I says, is being cool doesn't necessarily being cool, and you inspired me to just be myself, and that's why I'm successful today.
Well, I'm honored to be a part of that success. And Mitch Fatel is a great guy, and I really want you to go see his comedy shows and see his comedy special on Comedy Central, and I couldn't be more proud of you, and I'm happy
Mitch,
for you, too.
I saw you on TV hopping around like you were a little person.
On the International Sexy Lady Show?
Is that what that was?
That was a paycheck.
What was that?
Nothing important to talk about. All right, nice seeing you, Howard. Gotta go.
What is it, Bong Hit Eric?
Hey now, Mitch, you really are a pisser, man. You've been cracking me up. Very good stuff.
You.
I wanted to just tell you guys, Howard and Mitch, I haven't had a job in a long time, but just listening to this guy makes me want to try to get a job being a stand-up comedian with all the pussy this guy gets.
I'm telling you, it's impressive.
It's unbelievable.
I'm going to give you April Macy's number. Let her move in.
You know, I want to tell you something, though, about stand-up comedy, and I think Artie will back me up on this. It is one of the hardest professions in the world. To come, you know, George Carlin, who was brilliant at it, used to say, well, he's doing his bong hit.
Right. This is where
This is where I realize I shouldn't even
the
waste my time.
motivation stops.
No, George Carlin was one of these prolific guys who wrote every day. And he came up, I think, he said it's almost impossible for anybody who's a stand-up comic to come up with even 7 complete shows in a lifetime. You know, shows that you'd be proud of that are on and this and that. And the age of Comedy Central, where they take these things and they put them on TV, you got to sit and write and come up with a whole new 45 minutes to an hour of funny stuff. It is unbelievably impossible. And the amount of practice you have to be confident on stage enough to be yourself, as Mitch describes, you've got to go through hours and hours of just getting up on stage for free and constantly trying.
So, Mitch, how long before the pussy started flowing
All right, there you go. So how many hours do you have to put in before you get some pussy?
It took a good 10 years.
Good 10 years?
Really?
Yeah, and I believe it.
When other comics were going out to bars trying to pick up girls, I said, if I work on my act, the girls will just come to me eventually. So I put it off. I was like, I knew that eventually they would be coming up and offering me threesomes and never finished.
Right. Eventually it'll happen. All right. Thank you, Bong Hit Eric.
Great story. Thanks, Howard.
All right.
Thanks, Bong Hit.
Bong Hit Eric.
Eric.
That's right. All right, Mitch. Great seeing you again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And all
for
the best
having
of
me.
luck and all of that stuff. And good luck with this Asian girl. I think this is a winner.
I should marry her, right?
Marry her, yeah. Okay. Well, listen.
You've known her over a year. You know what you're getting, right?
And she's really wants to, and her mom and dad don't like me very much because they think that I'm going to just leave her.
Well,
her mom swallowed on the first date, though. It's weird. Wow.
Nice.
It's in the family.
Nice woman. All right, listen, you're doing well. Don't worry about it. You don't need my opinion whether to get married or not. You'll know when it's right.
I'll know when it's right.
You'll know when it's right. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Mitch Fattel, everyone.
Mitch, how'd it go, dude?
Good. Howard likes me a lot. That makes me happy.
How does it feel to come back on the show that you were once an intern on? And, you're actually on the couch being interviewed by Howard.
I guess what makes me feel good the most is the fact that he's so complimentary and says he's proud of me.
You,
oh, my God. I mean, that's the most amazing feeling in the world. He was my hero growing up. He was my hero. He was my biggest inspiration, and to hear him say he's proud of me is like, it just makes me realize in life that you should really never, ever give up on following your dreams, because I never knew 20 years ago when I worked for him that one day he'd tell me that he was proud of me, so it means a lot to me.
And now is everything all clear with you and Gary?
Yeah, me and Gary are friends now. Gary actually is going to swallow later, he told me.
Because you said you're a little upset that, he said that thing 2 years ago.
Still sticks with me. It drives me.
But now he says that he never really knew that was your dream.
That's what my parents say. It doesn't mean it didn't hurt. But now he was always, the thing is like, for everything, he was always very friendly and funny with me. And looking back, it was more just like an older brother, just kind of like needling a younger brother. And I just took it too seriously.
So you had a good